शशि भाई,
क्या हाल है
हेलो।
भाई, कैसे हो?
बढ़िया बढ़िया, आप बताओ कैसे हो?
एकदम
व्हाट्स अप?
ऑल गुड।
एक्साइटेड? एक्साइटेड फॉर
यस,
द प्रीमियर लीग?
डे बाय डे दिन नजदीक आ रहा है।
क्या बात है। इसी के साथ हमारे साथ शशि भाई फ्रॉम मिड विकेट मैनेजर, राइट? इंस्टाग्राम इज बूमिंग डे ऑन डे भाई। नए नए सब्सक्राइबर, न्यू पीपल लविंग हिज कंटेंट। आई स्पेसिफिकली लाइक योर रील जो आपने भी बनाई थी, वो वाली कौन सी? um, कि आई टेस्ट इज नॉट एवरीथिंग इन फुटबॉल।
उस पे रितिन और ध्रुव ने बोला था कि ये यूडी के साथ नया पंगा हो। मैंने कहा क्या हो गया? कह रहा धीरे धीरे पता लग जाएगा। मैंने कहा ओके, लेट्स सी।
नहीं नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी मोमेंटरी थिंग कि समटाइम्स लाइक जैसे
यस।
मैडुएकी की परफॉर्मेंस थी जो लिवरपूल
हम्म।
के अगेंस्ट, आई फील्ड इट वाजंट गुड ऑन द आई, बट पीपल द स्टैट्स वर बैकिंग हिम, so it
हम्म।
was the other way around,
राइट।
right? Words, goal and assist coming. जीजी को ला भाई, हाई ऑन फुटबॉल, थैंक यू सो मच। लेट लेट ओपी भाई, हाँ लेट हो गए थोड़ा। वेटिंग फॉर नेथन एक्चुअली, वो अभी आई डोंट नो वेयर इज ही। आई थिंक ही इज ओनली एक्टिव ऑन ट्विटर, so he'll be
अच्छा।
joining soon. Huh. Nathan Bhai, Shashi Bhai is the Bhai. True, bro.
नेथन
True.
कौन सा
These
क्लब
are
सपोर्ट करता है?
United.
अच्छा, यूनाइटेड। चलो ठीक है, देन
Uh,
इट्स अ हैंडीकैप मैच फॉर यू, 2 वर्सेस 1। आई थॉट मेरे भी हो
yes.
जाएगा 2 वर्सेस 1।
Arre, sir. Evolution maybe Bhai. Triple H was also backstabbed by Randy Orton and Ric Flair on countless occasions, Bhai. So I am all up for it, Bhai. अबे कॉपीराइट आ जाएगा भाई। नहीं आएगा भाई, नहीं आएगा। कुत्ते की आवाज से कॉपीराइट नहीं आएगा। ध्रुव भाई, विनर टेक्स इट ऑल। शशि भाई, बिहार एफसी बनाएंगे हम लोग,
बिल्कुल बनाएंगे भाई, जय बिहार।
राइट? सो फॉर द टाइम बीइंग, बिफोर नेथन कम्स इन,
हम्म।
शशि भाई, हाउ डू यू फील? इंटरनेशनल ब्रेक पे काफी समय मिला होगा आपको इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करने का कि यूनाइटेड,
2-3
यू नो।
साल हो गए भाई, 2-3 साल से कर ही रहे हैं हम लोग, सोच ही रहे हैं। लंबा इंटरनेशनल ब्रेक हो गया है वाला।
बट स्टिल ब्लेसिंग इन डिस्गाइज कि चलो सनडरलैंड को बीट किया काफी कन्विंसिंगली, कहूंगा मैं,
यस।
राइट? आई थिंक वन ऑफ योर बेस्ट गेम्स टू से, बट डू यू थिंक सनडरलैंड वर वीकर ऑन दैट डे? क्या
नहीं
लगता है?
नहीं, मैं तो टेबल पोजीशन पे जाता हूँ भाई। टॉप 4 टीम थी, टॉप 4 टीम को हराया, बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस था।
हम्म।
जब वो उनका सीजन स्टार्ट हुआ था तो एवरीबॉडी वाज प्रेजिंग देम, यार लुक एट सनडरलैंड, यूनाइटेड शुड लर्न अ थिंग और टू विद देम कि प्रमोटेड टीम कैसे कर रही है। सो व्हेन यू एंड अप बीटिंग देम तो भी पैरामीटर और मैट्रिक्स सेम होने चाहिए। लुक एट
बिल्कुल।
संडरलैंड, हाउ वेल दे स्टार्टेड। इफ वी बीट देम देन ठीक है, अपना भी गेम अच्छा था उस दिन, अच्छा खेले। आई थिंक ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड हेल्प। ओल्ड
करेक्ट।
ट्रैफर्ड पे इस सीजन विल बी ओके। अवे गेम्स में थोड़ी दिक्कत होगी क्योंकि हमारे जो बच्चे हैं, जो प्लेयर्स हैं, थोड़े से बच्चे हैं, उनको सपोर्ट लगता है 70-80 हज़ार लोगों का।
हाँ।
जैसे ही सपोर्ट 5-6 हज़ार हो जाता है, दे स्टार्ट क्रम्बलिंग।
या, बट शशि भाई, आई प्रिपेयर्ड सम स्लाइड्स, है ना? तो
हाँ जी, प्लीज गो अहेड।
पहले तो ये फर्स्ट स्लाइड इज वेरी क्लियर कि प्रीमियर
हाँ।
लीग में लिवरपूल ने
हम्म।
अभी तक और यूनाइटेड ने टोटालिटी में और पर एवरेज, पर
हम्म।
90 कह लो, क्या अचीव
हम्म।
किया है? तो बेसिकली गोल्स का रेशो देखो तो लिवरपूल के ऑफ कोर्स ज्यादा गोल्स हैं,
या।
राइट? बट गोल वर्सेस अगर आप एक्सजी देखोगे तो लिवरपूल हैज ओवर परफॉर्म दैट। दैट मींस
हम्म।
क्वालिटी ऑफ क्रिएटिंग चांसेस हैज बीन लोअर फॉर लिवरपूल, राइट? और शॉट क्रिएटिंग एक्शंस कहूंगा मैं एक तरह से। यूनाइटेड
हम्म।
ऑन द अदर हैंड हैड मेनी चांसेस, minus
राइट।
5.06. You should have at least scored 6 or 7 goals more than this,
राइट,
right?
उसमें 2 पेनल्टीज ही हैं जो मिस किया है ब्रूनो ने।
Correct. Hello, hello, Nathan.
Hello, hello.
What's up?
Nothing much. Just relaxing.
Good. So, Shashi, meet
हाय
Nathan.
नेथन, हाउ आर
Nathan,
यू?
meet
Hi, man.
Shashi.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
गुड गुड।
I thought you must be knowing one another, bro. Like you support the same club.
नो, आई एम स्पीकिंग विद हिम फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम।
Yeah.
Yeah, first time.
Chalo, all things said. So I just prepared a couple of slides, right? So I was just gonna take you guys through it and take
Okay.
your thoughts on it. So आप लोग देख सकते हैं कि Liverpool have scored 13 with a Wiz 9 for United, and I was talking to him about कि how Liverpool have overperformed their XG in the first initial game weeks, right? Scrappy goals and whatnot, very weird angles. For United, it wasn't like that. You guys made some really convincing chances, भाई. मतलब काफी अच्छे chances बनाए आपने, right? Where do you think you guys are lacking? You haven't maintained a single clean sheet so far in this edition of
No,
the
no.
league.
We had one clean sheet, no?
अच्छा दिया आपने?
Lamens, no? Lamens.
Lemon,
Lamens
Sunderland
is
आते
clean
ही
sheet.
our Schmeichel in disguise.
That one save you guys attempted. That one save he attempted, and United fans भाई सब बोल रहे हैं, wow, this guy has to stay in the club. I think Bayandi had the same effect on you, and then I don't know what happened with him too.
But Indy never had that kind of impact on like Lemons had. He was always
अच्छा,
shaky. He was always shaky, especially on corners and set plays. उसका जो आता है ball collect करना था तो he's always shaky. Nathan,
Punjab
would you
League
like
of
to have the first crack at it, or should I go?
No, please go ahead.
Yeah, Yuri, like you mentioned, Liverpool
Nathan,
के
how good is
पास
your Hindi?
It's as good as your Konkani.
Yeah, are you pissed off with the fact that Northeast are coming to go and ruining the basically shitting on the beaches? I don't know if you've come across Canadian news.
Pissed off is not the right word. I feel. Yeah, I mean, are we actually going to get political on this? I don't mind. I have no problem. I will say it like this: a lack of civic sense is unfortunately showing in states where people actually do have civic sense.
Hmm.
That's the best way I'll put it.
The context I put here was Canada में काफी news आ रही है कि North Indians and South Indians are taking dumps in the beaches at Toronto and all that. And literally, like, it is one of the most
And
embarrassing news to
it's
come
definitely
across.
different kind of views from the Six. I don't think Drake was talking about that when he made his album. But
Right, guys. तो हम अभी slide खोलिए यार और हम बात कर रहे हैं. So coming back to it, right? Liverpool again, shots almost equivalent. Shots on target, United have slightly more. XG per shot as well, right? Liverpool have 0.11 and clearly shows 0.13. I didn't put up XGOT, which is the true statistic of what a shot quality is like. Liverpool are abysmally lower on that, and United are like quite decently, I think third or fourth in the league, right? So you have created some quality shots as well, including chances, right? So why was this narrative in Amorim out? Like I had no clue why were people divided on this. I saw Ash and a couple of other of your fan base, people doing episodes on shows on Amorim as a manager, and they were Amorim in for the first episode, and the second episode turned out to be like, no, we don't think he is going to last at the club. Like, why such drastic opinions and about a manager who's actually, I agree, he's struggled in the league, but we can't really ignore the fact that you don't have your midfield, which he might have echoed. You could clearly see in his press conferences too, like he's not too happy with the situation over there. Like, what seems to be going on right now? Kya chal raha hai?
I think Yuri, it's down to results. We are in the results business, and any set of fans right now, if they're Amorim in or Amorim out, they are right in their own rights. In their head, they know the reason why they are supporting Amorim, and in their head, they know why they are against Amorim. Like if you have put out these stats, which makes United as a team look like a solid one on the field, but on the same point, you have the stats which says he is statistically the worst United manager that has ever been. Right? He has won very few matches. He is like 34 points out of 33 league games. He's almost nearing a complete season, and he's in the relegation form. So results is not backing him. His ideas are fine. The way he has cleared the squad is fine. The way we have started the season in terms of our gameplay, it's satisfactory. Results have not gone away. Again, there are too many ifs and buts moment. I was reading someone, I think from Full Time Devil said very nicely. People right now who are backing Amrim are speaking in hypotheticals, and people who want Amrim out, they are quoting facts. So results are not there. But if this had happened, if Cunha had scored that goal against Fulham, अगर वो पोल पे नहीं लगता, ब्रूनो ने पेनल्टी ले ली होती दोनों के दोनों, तो शायद आज हम टॉप पे होते या लिवरपूल के साथ जॉइंट होते in terms of points. So
Right.
hypotheticals में ज़्यादा बातें हो रही है. But then again, I'm satisfied with the way we have at least played so far. Now, after Liverpool, our initial round of fixtures, which were very difficult, will be out of the way. Then the actual run starts for Amorim as to how will he perform against the mid-table or the lower table sides. If the
Hmm.
performance continues to be just like this, and if we are still battling relegation after 25, 26 games, I don't see him lasting. But if there is a skewed improvement, if there is a upward trend in our performance and in points, he'll be there.
Nathan.
Um, I don't know. I'm not convinced. I'll put it simply. You said he has clearly mentioned that his midfield is lacking.
Hmm.
People troll me on my channel because I like to use this word. I guess I'm going to use it again today. I believe if we are going to assess any kind of situation, we have to go down to the chronology. We have to go down from the time of every event, and then we have to move from there. A lot of people are saying we should sell Bruno Fernandes if he was going to play in the midfield. I would twist it and simply say, if I remember my timeline correctly, Amorim and the board told Bruno they want him,
Hmm.
and then we perceive to go by 210s. And
Two tens who
later
can't
on,
even mulch well
no,
as
no, no, no.
a
See,
trio.
listen,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm going to be very clear with you. These 210s have never played in a system with 210s.
Correct.
And here's what I'm about to say to add to that. But before I get to that 210s part, everyone is
Hmm.
saying we should have sold Bruno, but everyone's saying we should have sold Bruno in hindsight, because
Correct.
none of us actually thought he was going to play in the midfield.
Absolutely.
Then Ruben Amorim comes out and says that we need two quick tens. I'm like, I'm sorry, is this a race or are we actually playing football? Because you having two quick tens doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not a running race. You have the best 10 in the league playing at 8, and you're telling me you need two quick tens. That's like me telling you, I need Divock Origi because Haaland just stands up high in the pitch. That's really stupid. And then people will act like he's playing checkers when everyone's playing chess. No, he's playing nothing and everybody's playing chess.
Yeah.
He's watching people play chess. That's what he's doing. The man's come from Portugal. The man's not come from Italy or Spain. Like, people need to realize that. Everyone's acting like he's done some miracle movement at Sporting Lisbon. Sporting Lisbon used to win titles without Amorim last time I checked. I think they've
Correct.
won titles very recent. They're like, oh, they have not won a title in 10 years. I'm like, that seems to be less of a Sporting Lisbon problem and more the fact that Benfica's consolidating the league. Throughout the years, there's many teams that have done that. Lyon has won 8 in a row before their downfall. We have won a bunch. We have won like 6 out of 8, 7 out of 8. Barcelona has won what? I mean, there was a time when Real Madrid never won the league in 11 years. Like, there are periods of time when people consolidate the league. That doesn't mean he should get a statue and people should start putting crowns on his head. Recently, I found out that Victor Gyökeres was never coming here because his agent basically said so. So what
Hmm.
pull does Amorim have? Quenda didn't want to play wing back, so Quenda signed with Chelsea. By the way, a lot of people think we have effed up Quenda. We did not. He very specifically said he does not want to play wing back position. In my opinion, part of the problem in our formation, because nobody wants to play wing back position and we don't have wing backs anyway, first of all. So that's one part of the problem. The two tens, they have played 10, but what no one ever says is they have not played in a system with two tens. Consequently, we have a number 9 who has not played with two tens. We have a number 9 who plays with 110 off the strike and two wingers, which we also don't have. So this man is playing checkers and we are playing chess. And he thinks he's trying to, I don't know what he thinks he's trying to do here, but it's really not working in my opinion. We created chances under Ole. Like, should we give Ole a medal? I mean, I'm confused. We created more chances with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer than we did with Ten Hag or with Amorim. Yet everyone
Correct.
said we should have. We when we left Ole, it was time to go. Well,
You know,
last time I checked,
the weird thing
still
is what I
there.
felt during your reign with Ole, right? In hindsight, I thought it was quite scrappy to be honest, but at least you used to come back in the second half. Like you got your tag of comeback kings from that era, right? But like it's not even that bad a combination to look at Fred and McTominay play together anymore. Like you're like, you know what? That
It,
was
it
maybe better
depends.
than
It depends on the setup, right? Like, on the setup, players will look good in the setup. We have won a league
Hmm.
title with Anderson and Cleverly in the midfield. There's no top team in the world that can say they could have pulled that off. especially when you look at the skill set. If you see if you've seen the titles Real Madrid have won, they won with Kroos and Modric. If you see Barcelona, they won with Busquets, Xavi, and Iniesta. Even if you see Liverpool, they won with. Don't really want to say Henderson, but I'll say Henderson anyway. Henderson, Alcantara. I mean, I'm not impressed. I'll be frank, but that's not important.
Why?
Henderson, Alcantara. I think he's
Leadership is
all right.
important.
I mean,
He's not.
leadership. It's great, but like whatever.
He's not a brilliant footballer, but he had the
No,
work
yeah.
ethic, the physicality. Some
Yeah, no,
traits.
whatever. Anyway,
Yeah.
my point is, we played with a literally limited midfield. I think even the year we won it with Anderson and Cleverley, I bet you there were better midfields in the league. I think it depends on the setup. I think you can get players to outperform their potential based on your setup. You're giving them a chance at least to perform better. If you play people out of position consistently and then expect them to perform well, and then if they don't perform well, you go, these players have sacked 4 managers. I feel that's really unfair on the players. And there's not a lot of times in my life where I'm going to tell you you're being unfair on the players. But I have to say, whether people like it or not, for the last 12 months, we have been unfair on the players because it's really not their fault. About 90% of our team has never played in a back three or a back five formation. And I don't like to use the word can play, because that's like saying you can be righty because you have 2 hands even though you have been lefty your whole life. So technically you have 2 hands, right? So you could be righty if you try, but that doesn't mean you're going to be a good righty. So for the last 12 months, as much as I don't want to because we finished 15th, I actually feel a little bit bad for the players. Now we are finding out he has come out and said things to Ugarte, and now we are all wondering why he's not playing Ugarte. And now today we just found out why. I don't know if Shashi is aware of it, but he basically called.
In the same meeting where he pointed out Garnacho, he said the same thing to Ugarte.
He pointed out Garnacho, by the way, who played every game in the Europa League and actually contributed to getting us to the final. He played instead of Garnacho 2 10s who were basically injured for the whole Europa League, run, because Mount came towards the end and Amad Diallo also came towards the end, and Amad Diallo was the worst player on the pitch. And those 2 players stayed on the pitch for 75 minutes.
Correct.
And he expects Garnacho, who actually contributed to get us there, to be okay with it because he's the manager. And everyone went over Garnacho saying he shouldn't have done that. It's not a professional. I'm like, that guy is a kid. First of all, he's a child, whether you like to admit it or not. And he's frustrated because he should have definitely come on the pitch earlier, and so should have Menu. And they both didn't come on the pitch. And we had people significantly worse on the pitch still playing the game while we were trailing. And those are all factual points that you cannot take away, whether you should respect the manager or not. That is true. Because people will say, we are fans, we are allowed to say it. So why aren't the players allowed to say it? The players are there in real time suffering, right? Like they can see how bad they are playing and they're not getting a chance to play. That's why everyone is saying if he sells Menu, we are Amorim out. Suddenly we are backing the players now. It's weird. No, we are backing the players now. But about 6 months ago, we were like, get out Garnacho. You can't come out and say this. It's like, it depends on how you look at it. Did Garnacho do the right thing? No, but it seems like every week we have a break. No, we are finding out more and more information about how this man cannot manage anybody. It seems like. And I want him to work, but if I pretend like none of this is happening, no, I am the only fool in this. Because when it doesn't work, everyone will be like, I told you so. And I'm not going to allow people to do that. I'm going to keep my head straight and hear what's happening and see what's happening.
Yep, before
I don't know
Shashi
how Shashi feels about that.
Before he gets in, right? From an outsider's perspective, I think starting Garnacho was a mandate. Like, it was a no-brainer in the Europa League final. You guys would have won that, I'm telling you. Like, he looked like he wanted to score. And in fact, he was the most threatening out of all players on the pitch.
Akshit is saying, fake story, Laurie has cleared. Gaurav saying, being a YouTube content creator, please check the facts before claiming anything to put forward your agenda. Gaurav, I'm going to politely say this to you because I don't really have the patience for this, but can you tell me anything else that I said wrong there apart from the Ugarte deal? Shashi, please feel free to cut me. And if I'm saying anything wrong, Shashi, please correct me in real time.
Oh, Nathan, like I said, at this point of time, anyone who says Amorim in is correct. Anyone who says Amorim out is also correct. You can't sit on the fence on this. I'll wait and then I'll decide. You have to
Doesn't
pick a side
matter. Sorry.
and you have to stand by it.
What do you think about this thought, Shashi, the highlighted thought?
Which one?
Doesn't matter he's frustrated or not. He should behave within limits. If every player comes out and says shit, then clubs can't manage players.
Did Ronaldo behave within limits?
No,
and he was also shown the
not
door.
at all. Yeah.
He was
No,
also shown the door.
but did he behave within limits? There were people who backed Ronaldo, right, Shashi? Or am
But
I
he did
mistaken?
not. He did not. And what was the end result? He left. There
Besides,
has to be a
Ronaldo also
precedent.
But
There
but
has
intimidated.
to
was
be a
but was
precedent
but
set.
was but
I'm
was
just gonna get in
Ronaldo
here.
wrong?
I'm gonna tell you one thing,
Was
right?
Ronaldo wrong?
Imagine if Maguire comes out saying that he didn't feel like half the leader he is with Ronaldo's presence. That speaks volumes. I think he did intimidate a lot of people, a lot of personalities in that
Yeah.
dressing room, and it was clear that Ronaldo as a project was just a commercial prospect, nothing more than that, right? And he did manage scoring goals for you, but you could clearly see the system flaws that persist. Shashi.
Yeah, see, at the end of the day, you have to set the precedent. Like Nathan rightly pointed out, the timeline. I would like to then, if 99% of the players have never played in this system, the board knew before hiring Amorim that these guys have not played in a back three system. So why did they end up signing him? If they have brought Amrim, they would give him the players in at least 2, 3, 4 windows to make sure the squad is compatible enough to play in that system. And it's about setting the precedent, no matter if it's Ronaldo, it's Bruno, it's Garnacho. If you go out of the line, and like हम अपने time में बोलते हैं, Sir Alex was the president. If you go against him, you go out of the club. That precedent cannot change, whether your manager is Alex Ferguson or Eric Ten Hag or Ruben Amorim. If you go against the club, if you go against the manager, you will be thrown out. If you're not happy, talk to the manager. Make sure that you are getting playing time. Make sure that you're doing your things on the training ground. And if he's unfair to you, if he's against you, then you will eventually leave. But the ruckus that he created in the media, in the public, not only him, his family members, it was creating a bad precedent about the club.
100%.
See,
No, I'm
these
not.
are
I'm not.
see, guys,
I'm not
chat.
defending
These are
Garnacho.
one of the
I'm
most
just
these are one of
saying.
the most passionate fans of the club, right? So don't take offense. And Nathan is not comfortable in Hindi, भाई. तो मैं हिंदी में बात कर लेंगे, शशि भाई हिंदी में बात कर लेंगे, ठीक है? जिनको इंग्लिश में थोड़ी कमजोरी है, right? Selling Garnacho is a good decision. You sell Ronaldo after seeing his interview, then doing same treatment with Garnacho is mandatory.
Absolutely. I never said it's the wrong thing. But what I'm saying is what the players are saying is, see, understand something. Nobody said that we shouldn't have gotten rid of Garnacho and Ronaldo. I don't believe I said that. Please correct me, guys, if I'm wrong. I didn't actually say that. What I said was what they are saying is coming to light, which is very different from saying what if they should say it or not. Would you agree, Shashi?
What did Garnacho say which is coming to light right now?
No. Garnacho was saying that he was basically frustrated he didn't get game time. I think we all agree, right? That he should have come on the pitch early. No one's saying he should have done it. I don't believe I said he should have come out and said it. But is he not right to be frustrated? I mean, we can go watch that Europa League final again. I would rather not personally, but we can go watch it again, and I feel we'll feel the same way again.
But acting
And-
as the devil's advocate, throwing Garnacho out. Throwing Garnacho out. You guys think like
Needed to
if you
go.
start tarnishing everyone's ego by shoving them out, it doesn't work that way. Liverpool had some massive egos too. Mane and Salah never got along, but they ticked on the pitch. It's up to the manager, the coach, how he manages them. You need to condition them mentally. Like you can't just everyone's gonna be like Garnacho used to stream with speed, bro. Rafael Leao with speed.
Yeah.
Davies with
Listen.
speed.
No. See, I agree with everybody in the chat. Garnacho, and if Ronaldo goes, Garnacho goes. That's 100%. There's no doubt about that. I'll agree with everyone in the chat about this. There's no doubt. You have to get rid of them. My point is not whether we should get rid of them or not. When Ronaldo said all the things about the players, people were like, he shouldn't have gone on Piers Morgan and said. But let me ask you a question. Where could he have gone and said that would have ended up in a more positive way? There's not a place on planet Earth as he is playing for United. He could have gone and said that in a positive way and he would have been saved. Whatever the exact things he said, I'm not saying he could have changed his words. I'm saying the exact sentences he said, he couldn't have gone anywhere and said it. People are going, oh, he went on his friends. That fellow, he's a what do they call it? A wind-up merchant. And of course, he's a wind-up merchant. Of course, but that's his job. That's like asking a lefty to be a righty. So that's his job. That's what he does. He's not doing it specially for Ronaldo. He does that for everybody. So you tell me, Shashi, and you tell me, where could he have gone and said that and he wouldn't have got sacked? But that doesn't mean what he's saying is not true. I mean, they did Carrington, and now they made like 3 different videos. They put a drone through Carrington. I mean, they are really I don't know how you say this. They're really promoting Carrington after it's been falling apart all this time, because a certain man said the things haven't changed in 17 years. So you tell me, like, whether he should have said it or not is you can argue about that, but
But
is it right or not?
the people who built or rebuilt Carrington were not there when Cristiano said it,
They were
right?
not there. He was just complaining. He was just complaining
New
about
people
the
came
people
in, and
there.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they must have seen those interview that if a club legend is portraying image of your club in that way, it means it needs to be looked at very carefully. And they looked at it, they revamped it, and now yes, they're like doing an
No, but
entire
that's what
PR
I'm
spin.
saying. So
They're doing an
Ronaldo
entire
was
PR spin
was
on it.
right, right? Exactly.
In hindsight, whatever Cristiano said now is coming to fruition. But the way he said it, it's not about, see, no one is saying that what Cristiano said was wrong. The way he said it, and the entire issue of the club was that he did not take the club in his confidence before going ahead and said it. It came as a blindsided move to the club that without their information, he went on Piers Morgan's show and said it.
Yeah.
This was the issue.
Yeah.
You guys, I get your point about lashing at bloated egos and all that, but then, like he mentioned, right, 3-4-3, 3-4-3, or 3-5-2. Now they're playing, if fucking players earning lakhs of dollars and can't play in
Great
any
point.
system, they should be out in every big club.
Uh, there's but a Punjabi kickoff with respect. I mean, Shashi, do you want to take it or should I? I mean, I don't know. What do you want to? You want to say
No, please,
something?
you've started, go, and I don't
I
think
mean,
your and my point will be too different on this.
I mean, I would love to agree with you, Punjabi kickoff, except for the fact that very few teams in the world play a back three. In the grand scape of football, okay, I'm not talking. I'm sure you'll pick up very good teams that play it, but in the grand scope of football, very few teams
Exactly.
generally play a back three, which means by default you're not going to get enough players to play a back three that will be in all these good teams. Consequently,
Yeah.
and this I blame on Amorim, I'm sure Shashi will too. Wayne Rooney came out and said when Jurgen Klopp came to Liverpool, he made the under 5 year olds. Maybe they were practicing even FIFA at home to start playing in the formation he wants to, because that's how the youth system works. He has come here and he has changed nothing. They're still playing a back four in literally in the under 21s. Forget even lower down. Under 21s, we're playing a back four. So you tell me, where is the streamline? Where is the vision? Where are we
No,
going to get our
that
players from if people do not want to come to our club with money? Where do we
because
get them from?
that is a disconnect when because when Wilcox and Barada were appointed, and when Amorim came, there was a clear precedent set that the same philosophy will run through the club, senior team, under 21, under 18. But Wilcox has categorically asked the under 18 and under 21 coach to continue playing their own way and not adapt to 3-4-3. So they also see that maybe if Eminem is not here for 2-3 seasons, it's not sustainable because rightly, like Nathan rightly said, there aren't too many top teams in the world who play this system. And if Garnacho was here right now, he would have struggled because naturally in his head he is a winger, and his defensive contributions were not up to a level where he could have played from a wing back position. He would have struggled, he would have cribbed. So good riddance that he left. The manner in which he left a sour taste in everyone's mouth. But he was too young or too focused, too arrogant. Put whatever tag on him you want to put, but he would not have adapted to that role. That's why they needed those two number 10s. And Amorim, I think, even though Garnacho was the main figure in that Europa League run, like Nathan rightly pointed out, but that was out of, I think, lack of options. Had Amorim had better players than Garnacho, he would not have started that many number of games. A, because he was too selfish at times. B, he was not a clinical finisher. Whenever he saw a goal, he went at it, no matter what's the consequence, whether he's going to score or not. Because he did not have that many players who were mobile enough, who were athletic enough, who were willing to do a shift from that position. So he played that many number of games. And the
But
moment he had
even,
a better
yeah,
option in the final, he did not start.
like you
And
guys
clearly,
are
after
talking
three,
about
four
a back
matches,
three system,
he
right?
said that I want my right-sided number 10 to have a
Yeah.
functional left foot. And that is why Garnacho was not preferred. And we went for Mbemo, and then consequently, we went for Cunha.
Right. Whatever it is, right? If you compare your back three system, like one of the most prominent English clubs right now, who are nowhere near the big six, Crystal Palace, Oliver Glasgow plays a similar system. But the only thing is, the difference is his players give their all. Like they give it their entirety. Visibus looking at United has to be on the players also, the profiles that you've deployed on the pitch. Majorly, it is the profiles. Because if you're not able to control a game, if you're not able to control the system, the midfield, the wing backs, I don't even rate Amar Diallo playing as a wing back anymore. Like the last game, I don't really take that as a litmus test for him starting as a wing back for you all. Because we've seen physically how poor he can be. He's susceptible to transitions. right? Now, I don't get it. If you bought Dorgu, there has to be a reason why he should be starting ahead of Luke Shaw, right? I think Luke Shaw in major games
Shaw
has been
can't
one
play
of
wing
your.
back now. Shaw
Huh?
cannot play wing back. He does not have the
No,
legs to do that
exactly why I'm
function.
saying that's why I'm saying that. In fact, Luke Shaw, I don't think Lenny Euro and Eden Heaven probably are going to be better on the ball. Luke Shaw has regressed when it comes to going ahead, flanking it down, and supplying the ball. I haven't seen that sort of a game from him this season, and it's not going to be like that because the Amorim system doesn't depict him going forward or bombing forward, right? There's an element of caution also staying on a low block. The difference between Crystal Palace and United is the distance between the defensive, the midline, and the front line is bare minimum for Palace. But for United, the distance between the midline and the defense is bare minimum, but the attacking front is like way up ahead at times. What I saw from Embuemo during the preseason was getting into deeper spaces, retrieving possession, and then connecting the dots and facilitating the build up, the gameplay. Yeah, that was working for you, in fact. And I don't know what has gone down with that. Ugarte, the midfield, Bruno, again, it's all misprofiling for me, like from an outsider
But
perspective.
but
Right, yeah.
but is it really called misprofiling when we all know it and only Amorim's the one that doesn't do it? Or is it just done on
And
purpose? See, this
you
is
know
this
what,
is the
Nathan?
my issue. I feel he's doing it on purpose because there's no other excuse.
I'll tell you one more statistic, yeah. Crystal Palace takes, on an average, they take 10.8 passes to progress the ball till the third. United takes 7.3 passes, right? That means you're playing more direct. In fact, most of the big six teams, including Liverpool, they're unable to control the ball. Bournemouth, Brighton, Newcastle, and Palace, they're doing it better than Liverpool or United or even Arsenal for that matter. Arsenal are solid defensively, but their attacking build-ups and some of their gameplay is questionable up front. It's just that Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba are holding them tight. You know, if we all had good defenses, man, like I don't know what are your thoughts on Delete? I have no idea what do you think about Delete, but I have my questions on Delete too. This guy can't play on a high line. And we've seen it on reckless occasions. On a low block, he can defend set pieces like anything. He's a maestro when it comes to interceptions. He acts like the second keeper, like he'll play for the badge. But physically, I think he's still not able to adapt to pushing up ahead. It's Harry Maguire who does that job. Even he's not accustomed to it. Like I think you have players you don't want in those positions. Honestly, this is what I feel like, and I think blessing in disguise would be Lenny Euro and Eden Heaven, man. Even Mazurai to a certain extent, but I don't know what is happening with that because even right wing back for Mazurai, I thought suited him a lot. First 10 minutes for United with Mbuemo and Mazurai, you were able to retain the ball. You were tenacious. And then I don't know what happened. Like Bruno shrugging his shoulders off, losing the ball too often. You know, if one player stops clicking for United, it's a domino effect. And it's really visible. Like this is what I see from a third person perspective.
United need to get 10 on 10 things right to play well, and just need one or two things to go against them, and everything falls apart. And on Delict, I think he has played well. That central
I know he
defensive
has. But
position,
I'm
he
just
has
talking
played
about the
well.
system,
But
Shashi
you
Bhai.
need to complement him with players who have pace. Like
Hmm.
if you put Euro and if you put Heaven on either side of Delict, that worry about having to track back is not on Delict. And clearly, that Brentford game was a tactical fuck up by Amorim. You can't have Delict and Maguire playing in the same team and asking them to make their high line, their defensive line on the halfway line. Any simple pass will kill them because unfortunately neither of them are blessed with great speed, and speed is something you can't train. Either you are born with it or you're not.
But one thing, Shashi, about that, which I don't know what you will chalk up to, but another thing that frustrated me as someone who has been watching United for the last 5 years, because I'm going to talk about Maguire. I know Delict's faster than Maguire. So why exactly is Maguire the last man? Now, see, there are some things where you can go, man, these guys did their badges. They know you better. They know football better than you. Great. I definitely know for a fact that Maguire is slower than Delict. This is
Yeah.
not
That is
tactical
true.
analysis. So you tell me who the hell is telling him to stand last man there? Because I'm sure people are going to say, why is Maguire there? Bro, Maguire's not there by choice. Trust me.
Yeah, it's
He
a
does
tactical
not
fuck
want
up.
to be
Like
up
I
there.
said, it's a tactical fuck up.
No, but it's not even
He's the
tactical.
only decent ball
But
playing defender you have
but
in that
it's not
squad, by the way.
even tactical, na? But no, forget that. I am talking
Yeah,
about what Shashi is talking about. If someone hits it long,
yeah.
simple as that. Not even about ball playing. You tell me, Shashi. Amorim standing there looking down. I don't know where he's looking anymore. To be frank with you, he's looking there and everyone is abusing Maguire. I'm like, bro, he can tell Maguire to go forward and tell this is not even tactics. This is common sense. If someone is faster than you don't push him forward, especially
Yeah,
if you're going to get countered. This is nothing to do with tactics. This is nothing to do
this
with
is
playing the
this
ball
is
here, playing the ball there, nothing. It's just
this is
running. I'm talking about
Well,
running.
this is
yeah.
slight rigidity that every fan is frustrated with Amorim right now. His system says if you're a CCB, you are the one who's pushing forward. In this case, if you're playing with Maguire and Delict, Maguire should be the one pushing forward and Delict should be the one staying back and covering the run. But clearly, if Delict is the CCB, he has to do the push up. And then I think for the first goal, that is exactly what happened. Delict went ahead, a couple of players lost the ball, one crossfield ball to Igor, and he was through. Maguire tried to play him offside, but
Bro, can we? But see, this
Roy
is what,
Eastry,
right? When you said it
Bro,
so
hold your thought,
eloquently.
hold your thought. Let's just take a couple of comments, right? We missed a lot. Club cannot change their academy's playing style according to the A team. For example, La Masia still
Jurgen
plays
already
with the
did
same
it.
tiki-taka system. Yeah, they don't
Jurgen's
change
already
according to
done
the
it.
A team coach. Dogu is
Don't
starting
forget.
ahead of wing back at wing back. Yeah, I know. Shaw is not benching Dogu. Dallo has benched Dogu. Yep, yep. Don't worry.
Which is a sadder statement actually.
Don't
Not a
worry,
better one.
Lisa. We'll be back soon and Shaw will be back on the bench. Then you will see difference how United play.
But Baba, we cannot rely on the most injured player. He has played 10 games more than Shaw since he has signed for the club. Shaw at least can say he has a double leg break. Bro, a double leg break. He should be retired. There, I can name you better ballers than in that retired way before they reach the age of Luke Shaw. The first person that comes to my Shashi will agree with me. Jack Wilshere, baller. Bro, he couldn't make it to late 20s as a footballer after his leg
Of
break.
course.
The
He
fact that
did well
Shaw
at
has
West
played,
Ham though.
the fact that Luke Shaw has played only 10 games less than Martinez, and no one talks about that, but everyone slates Luke Shaw is hilarious to me.
And I'll tell you one
Martinez
thing,
is
bro.
mid 20s.
That same Jack Wilshere in his
He's a coach,
departing
right? I
years,
forgot which team. Where's he? Where's he coaching?
he was at West Ham, I think. But I'll tell you one thing. He played for West Ham in those 2 years. In that double pivot, he made them look better when he played over there. Imagine. He would have done the
Very
same effect
good.
for United. This guy was
Very, very,
mature, but he, again, injury ridden, right? So I think that is where he was
very good.
unfortunate. Missed profile
It's
play better than the actual positions. Yeah. The lit is good if we play Euro Heaven, etc. with him. Nathan Bhai, it's called
but ball
surviving,
to
man.
wall. See, this is another thing someone told me in another stream. Like someone was like, I was talking about the centre backs, and they were like they should play him Euro and Heaven together. I'm like, bro, they have not played Euro and Heaven together once, and they have been both fit the whole time.
Yeah.
They
So
have
they
played.
played a
They have
couple of
played
games, I
Shaw,
think.
Mazrai. No,
They
Euro
have
and
last
Heaven have not
season.
played together with Delict. No, I'm talking
Second
about
half,
this
yeah.
season.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
no, this season they have
this
been
season, they have
fit,
not played.
and they have not
yeah,
played
yeah.
one game together.
Right.
One game they've not played, and they've all been fit. And I'm thinking to myself, how can you blame Shaw and Maguire? People are like Shaw and Maguire and big 2025. I'm like, but bro, he's picking Shaw and Maguire. Like this doesn't make any sense. Like y'all are saying, wait till Martinez comes. I agree. Wait till Martinez comes.
Yeah,
Euro and Heaven are fit, yeah.
yeah. I think he's also more concerned
To
about.
be fair,
He wants to be more cautious. I feel defensively.
Heaven has not been completely fit since the start of the season. He's
Bro,
still
they
not
are,
matching. He's not even played
but
even under 21. If he's totally
they
fit,
should.
like Cheeto plays under 21, he should have gotten some minutes in 21
Why
as
is he
well.
not playing Euro? That's the thing, na. These people are fit and they're not playing.
Okay, let's
Euro one
finish the
Hawkins
comments. I need to get on with the slides too, right? I'm enjoying this therapy session, guys, but still we need to get on with the show.
Luton Town. Coach at Luton.
Unpopular opinion and very unlikely, but that double pivot in midfield should be Mino or Ugarte. This was the
They
pair last
lost. They
season.
lost at
No,
Grimsby.
honestly, I'll tell you what. The moment he started them this season with Mino Ugarte, but
Yeah, we lost
they
at
weren't
we
gelling up
lost
well.
them.
Yeah.
We lost at Grimsby.
Do you know how many times they lost possession? I counted 15 to 20 times each player. Ugarte and Mainu both. They're both culpable for this. Shut up. He spoke the truth. Whoa,
Hey,
facts,
Ronaldo.
facts. Please like the stream, guys, and please maintain some decency. Liverpool and United fixtures are usually fiery, but not this one. I don't think so. It's going to be like that. It's in-game low IQ by Maguire. In-game, on the pitch, no one takes accountability. This can be done by players in game-changing roles, like Bruno can give pen to Sesko
No,
or
I
Cunha.
believe the coaches. I believe the coach picks the penalty taker. If I remember correctly, I don't know when's that changed, but fair enough.
One thing you should stop is subbing a defender at 75th or 80th minute in every game.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Nathan knows how much I love Dallo.
Come on.
Wilshire, Luton Town. Oh, nice. That's why they might look at Branthwaite or Inacio in the summer. Right now, we need Leacher till the end of the season. I said if we played them together. Maguire should not be starting. Exactly. That's not how. That's on a more exactly. They don't deserve to. They don't deserve to. Not Shaw. I would say primarily Luke Shaw. Maguire's still okay, man. Maguire is still okay, but you need a better profile defender, honestly. There are much elite defenders in the market. Heaven was injured in preseason. In today's market, what will be the value of Ugarte and Mainu? Be unbiased.
I don't want to answer the Ugarte one at all. You can ask Shashi, please.
Ugarte
Price.
20 to 25 million, Menu maximum 40 to 45 because he has not done anything extraordinary apart from 4 or 5 moments to be commanding a fee of 80-90 million. We rate our youngsters too highly, we overhype them too soon, and then when they
Yep.
fail, it is blamed on the club that club has failed them. Yes, Menu has showed some moments. He is talented. He can be one of the best midfielders in the world, but in 5 years' time, not now.
Let Maguire is not okay. Single khilao bas.
But ball to all, you can't do that because he does not want to play Euro, and Mazraoui has been injured in and out. So you actually run out of options if you choose not to play Euro with the people that are currently fit. So that is why not playing Euro is also starting to frustrate a lot of us because you can say Heaven's been injured, great, but Euro's still on the bench. He still doesn't play him. So
So let's just
Agreed,
move on. Yeah.
Nathan. But hasn't Euro also had some sort of injury
no,
history?
they all
He gets injured.
see. As far as I know, if you're on the bench, you have to be up for consideration, or don't bring him only. Don't bring him to the games, please, because this question he will always be questioned about it. So if you're trying to simplify your own life, not bringing him to the game is better because you can just say he's injured. But
Yeah.
bringing him to the game, everyone's going to go, why is he not playing him? Why is he not playing him? Why is he not? And that is what everyone is doing. Why
Nathan,
is he not playing him?
that is going to remain the case because we are playing one game a week. We have a squad of 18 to 19 people who deserve to start every single week. You'll have 4 to 5 players whom everyone is going to question. 20% will say why is he not playing, 20% will say why is he not playing. That question will never end this season because we're playing
No,
once a
but
week.
what I'm saying is the reasoning for why Euro's playing is not good enough because we are not defensively good. Like
Yeah.
you can talk about the tens and you can argue about the wing backs, this one, whatever. You can do the argument for that. But the center backs, though, it becomes really difficult to argue, sadly. At least I think so in this case.
Ask
Yeah.
yourselves, can Pedri and Gavi run a midfield pivot of two? If yes, then we overrate our youngsters. Hi, I just want United to no hate for Liverpool. Okay. I heard United is looking to sign Castillo or Lukeba. Dude, this guy's linked with every fucking club, man. Pagla hai Amorim. One thing I wanted Ruben to do is don't play Shaw against Salah. I'll tell you what, this is a very interesting statistic. I read this up, right? Luke Shaw versus Salah. Salah has won 4 games and 3 draws, 0 losses when Luke Shaw has played in that in that zone. But Liverpool have been on the verge of losing 3 fixtures together, right? And now facing United at Anfield. I think it's going to be a really difficult test. Like coming back to the present, man. I think in hindsight, you guys have given the right reflection to everyone. But what do you guys feel like? Luke Shaw versus Salah or whatever, like the overall state of play. Do you think United have a chance of winning or drawing the game at Anfield? Opta predicts that Liverpool have a higher chance, 73% winning at Anfield, versus United with 27%, right? But yeah, you got to mention data, bro. This is the gen of IoT. Yeah.
Shashi?
Prime Salah or this season Salah?
Any Salah, bhai. Any Salah.
I don't know about any Salah, dude. I don't know about that.
This
Yeah,
I
but
was
this season,
reading up a
I think
stat,
this season
UD.
not even about that, bro. I think it's more
UD,
about if you want me to break him down, I can do that. I mean, why
you
he
brought up
isn't working out
stat.
this
You brought
season?
up
Yeah,
stat. I read a stat on Salah. In 7 league games, in 6 league games rather, how many dribbles has Salah completed?
lesser than some keeper. I think
Just
I think I
give the
think he's
number.
done it lesser than that Spanish keeper, the guy
How
who
many
plays for
dribbles? How
Barca.
many? Just pick a number. How
Maybe
many
two,
dribbles has
maybe
Salah
two,
completed in?
2 or 3. I think one. Oh wow, yeah,
One
geez, I
one
was
per
very close to
90?
that.
One
One
per 90?
dribble,
One
one
in
dribble
total.
entire
He
season.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to get across the line, man. He
Salah's
hasn't been able to beat the defender. Like I told
another.
someone on the other day, even if Gary Neville at 45 plays against Salah right now, he wouldn't be able to beat
Yes.
him. That's
So
how
yes,
bad he is
I'm
right now.
I'm
But it's
happy
not
with
really
Shaw
about that,
as
bro.
long
It's, you
as
know
this
what it's
Salah is
about, Shashi
turning up
bhai.
for the game.
You've picked up on the right spot, right? I'll tell you what it is about. Addressing the elephant in the room. It's more on the system that Liverpool have deployed right now because the players that you've brought in the club,
Yes.
right, primarily they're more creative outlets. They're not physical entities present on the pitch. If you want a Florian Wirtz to flourish, play him on the fucking left. I've had that realization, man. I've watched him play for Germany, man, in the international break, and I'm convinced this guy can actually cause chaos from the left. He's good. He just needs space. You need to create space for players like Wirtz. You can't expect him to fucking get past this traffic, man. We English defenders are known to cause chaos in the defense too. Like these guys are astute. You can't expect a player of his figure, of his stature, to get past them that easily. Like this is one of the problems that we are coming across, right? As a team, Florian Wirtz, Isak. I don't know, bro. Isne to he chose to fucking do a dharna outside Newcastle or whatever he took inspiration from Anna Hazare or whatever it is. I don't care. But yeah, man, this guy has been ghosting out loud. Even for Sweden, I watched their games, bro. You'd be appalled. A country we've never heard of. Isak and Gyökeres, the best strikers in the league, apparently. Yeah,
shout out to Kosovo.
yeah. Isak and Gyökeres, man, missed the easiest of chances. That is how symbolic they looked. But Mo Salah, man, मैं तभी ये शशि भाई तभी ये स्लाइड बनाया मैंने भाई आप ही लोगों के लिए बनाया है देख लो fuck he's blanking out loud. Honestly, when you talk about the numbers game, if you want to start stat padding, his numbers aren't that bad. His numbers aren't that bad.
No,
In seven,
stat padding though, he's not. He's just see stat padding is great, and he's just
yeah,
not looking good.
true,
He's declined.
That's
He's
that's
regressed,
he
declined,
just
whatever word you can put. And there was
exactly,
another stat I was reading. Last season, he had on average 9.7 touches in the opponent box per 90 minutes. This season, it's down to 4.7. Right.
yeah,
And this is my theory. I may be wrong. You follow Liverpool more
G,
closely. I think this is the first time Salah is actually playing with quality strikers in Liverpool. Earlier, he had like
correct,
Firmino, then Luis Diaz and Gakpo were doing that shift. Then Nunes was doing the shift. But primarily, their first thought was to create for Salah or at least create that space. Now he's up against those two beasts, Ekiteke and Isak, who want to
yeah,
score. They will not give Salah their space. Salah भाड़ में जाओ उनके लिए. They need their goals because they have come with
correct,
a huge price tag which they have to justify in the league and across all competitions. So Salah right now maybe is not that star figure in Liverpool's attacking front, and Salah is missing Trent Alexander-Arnold way too
exactly.
much
Well put,
than
well put.
we could
I'll
have
tell you one thing,
ever
Shashi. I'll tell
imagined.
you one thing, Shashi. Listen, see, mere hisab se, right? I think this is what it is. First of all, when you're a debutant in the league, like I'm gonna give some leeway to Ekitike, right? He's hit the ground running in a way, even though he's ended up scoring scrappy goals. But you need to see this from my perspective. I think he's not gonna justify that transfer fee, even if he flops, because on a player, like they don't care what the transfer fee is all about. Like Ekitike, we all know came in with a pretty hefty amount, which he shouldn't have. Probably a 60, 70 million buy at max, right? 95 is mind-boggling. Like it's insane. But you need to understand one thing that a player of his talent is actually going to click for Liverpool, right? And he emulates the false nine role, not perfectly, but quite well. Like if you've seen him play in those games, he was the only silver lining in that attack. None other than him were clicking at all. Florian Wirtz is running next to Soboslai. Imagine a yard away. What are these guys doing, bro? Smash the ball behind the net. No, man, no. They chose to pass it to someone else. And this is what Liverpool have been up to. It's not just lack of tenacity, right? Inability to hold on to the ball. It's also people making these stupendous mistakes, and it's because they haven't really gelled up well together. Just too soon to make a judgment on them. And I still think
Yeah,
Liverpool fans having a meltdown. But
by
Liverpool
the
fans,
same token,
yeah,
Ekitike is gelling. So,
he's not gelling, bro. You know, he's
bro,
not gelling.
listen, gelling or not, he's doing better.
He's
So
doing
whether
better.
you gel
Yeah,
or not, if you do better, that's it.
yeah.
And by the way, funny enough, I was on another channel,
Yeah.
just to have a little fun. But before the season started, I basically said, I think your best player is Ekitike, and I think Wirtz and Isaac will flop.
Who said
And
this?
this was
Who
I
said
said it
this?
on a
Ah,
Liverpool
okay,
channel.
okay.
I said it, and this was before the game started. And every goal he scored, I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, we're coming for you with the Anthony comments, dude. At the end of the season, we'll see you. We'll see you, people. You have two of them. You
Hey,
got
hey,
two
hey,
of
you know
them.
what? I
We'll
gave him a
come for
lot of
you.
leeway. Yeah, he got a lot of leeway from my end. Yeah, 2 seasons,
Who?
3 seasons.
Who?
Anthony, bro.
Who?
I didn't pick up.
And
I didn't do any put
okay,
any
if
heat on
you
Anthony
had
or
given
anyone
us
for that
leeway on
matter.
Anthony,
Yeah.
then we'll come back to you with Pogba. So that guy Graham Souness has pissed me off for
Honestly,
four five
I never
seasons.
dissed Pogba. I
That
loved him.
guy had
I
four
think Pogba
assists in
was
a game,
sensational. Yeah.
and Souness had the balls to say that is what you expect from a 100 million player. Where the fuck is that guy when Wirtz is blanking week in week out now?
You got to talk to Paul Merson about this, bro. I'm not the right person.
And also,
Yeah.
Souness called Casemiro, and I quote, this is brilliant, by the way, a steady Eddie. And I was like,
Yeah, steady Eddie. Yeah.
guys,
steady. How many Champions Leagues you have, Souness? How many Champions Leagues he has? He's quite steady. He's quite steady,
no,
I would say.
people,
Quite steady.
it's unfortunate. Like people have started discarding intellectual conversations for just having a +1 over the other. That's what football conversations are like nowadays. Yeah,
It can get fun. It can get fun
it is fun,
depending
but
on the
not
topic.
always. Like it has to be
Yeah,
like there
not
has
Not
to be
always.
always,
some
but yeah, it's
substance,
fun. It's fun. Yeah.
some substance has to be there. But let's just address a couple of comments before we go on here. I think football has left Mohamed Salah.
Oh no.
Uno
That's a
reverse Kato.
that hurts more because it came from Carragher, no? That's why it hurts more.
Yeah,
Oh
fucking weird,
no.
bro. That guy's weird, to be honest. Salah got rashy genes this season after signing a lucrative
Hey,
contract.
let's calm down, dude. It's only 7 games in the season. Let's all relax now.
Give me
Let's not get
freedom,
too
give me
crazy.
fire, give me Portuguese farmers or I retire. Goodbye, Gyökeres.
Groceries. Oh no. That's a good
According to
one.
you, what's the real issue with Liverpool? Do you think the wing play has regressed and now they try to play through the middle? Look, I will tell you one thing. I think when you talk about clutch players and physical monsters playing together, that was what Liverpool onslaught 1.0, not even onslaught 1.0, the team that he was handed over, like Jurgen Klopp's departing squad. I think we had good pressing machines in that squad. If you look at Liverpool's games against Crystal Palace or Chelsea for that matter, we couldn't control the possession because we were losing the ball too often, being passed into the wrong spaces. The timing was completely off, and our pressing angles were atrocious. In fact, if I show you a statistic, you'll be appalled. Like Liverpool, as per
We'll enjoy.
Opta, they deserve to be in the 7th or the 8th spot, the way they're performing on the pitch. Like they've overperformed, and I agree with that. I've been echoing that out loud. Like this is realism. You don't want fans to think that we having a meltdown. 3 losses. How is this possible? Of course it is possible. The way we started the season, bro. Like don't be so
But
shocked by the fact.
isn't
Yeah.
it weird that you lost 3 in a row and even Amorim hasn't? Shouldn't there be some kind of, everyone likes to do the whole lowest winning percentage and all that they love to do that little troll thing, and then he still
Yeah.
lost 3 in a row. That's a little,
I was
I
actually
mean, I
shocked.
feel like
I thought Amorim must have lost 5 in a row, man. That's quite a statistic to put forward. But yeah.
it's like
Fact
slots
check,
beating
fact
him to
check.
it.
According to you, what ये हो गया है? सेस्को का स्लोवेनिया तो तक कोसोवो का ड्रॉ किया. क्या बात है?
Yeah, but Slovenia is significantly weaker than Sweden, right? But isn't it? I would
Nathan's
think so.
smile is in the thumbnail is heartwarming. I was telling him, bro, he looks like the Goan Hugh Jackman. Nunez is not to
Hugh
the
Jackman was
Nunez, I'm sure.
always miserable.
And you know what, Nathan, you guys picked up on the right point. Henderson wasn't a brilliant player. I agree with that. But certain traits in the team, that's what you guys are missing. Maybe you can't really decipher that in your squad. What do you need? But if you ask a Liverpool fan this, Henderson did the job for us. We needed a pressing leader. We needed someone who was communicating between the lines. He did that for us, including James Milner, right? He played for the badge. That's what matters. Like you giving your entirety, you know what the best of your interests are going to be on the pitch, and the manager played it according to that. Gini Wijnaldum, Thiago Alcantara came in later. That was Klopp 2.0. But Gini Wijnaldum, Henderson, Fabinho, bro. Tell me one holding midfielder who is better than Fabinho in the last 10 years. Maybe Rodri, but not with the way he supplied the ball. Fabinho was brilliant on the ball, off the ball, with the marking, with the reading of the game and whatnot. And I think it's not misprofiling. It's just that Arne Slot needs to find a way to get the best players stick on the pitch. And like rightly mentioned, that Ekitike has hit the ground running in a way, but the goals that he scored, like I mentioned, scrappy, and he doesn't really look in tandem with the system play, right? It's like a single guy, just a horse running ahead, trying to be the target man and trying to finish them off, but it's not going to be successful that way. You saw that against Galatasaray, right? He was the only guy trying to make it happen, right? 4 or 5 chances created on his end, and he was unable to finish any of those, right? But moving on, yeah. Virat Kohil in the house. Kaise ho? Sourness is fucking. Yeah, he's always doing that. UD bro, what is gelling? Does it mean learning movement of others? Is that basics of football? Just because Isak went on strike, he can't be said gelling. Word's reason is not gelling. It is EPLC. What is
Style.
this?
EPL style.
EPL style. Okay.
Because of EPL, he's not
Style
able
of
to-
the football.
Yeah.
Let us have fun, UD. Stop being the thief of joy. It will be funny if Pogba comes back and scores sooner than Watts. Anthony was very poor at United, not in terms of work rate, but in terms of result. Same as Watts in first 7 games.
Yeah, but dude, Anthony scored on debut, so that
Two
feels
games in a
little...
row. He scored 2 games in a row.
Debut. He
I
scored
thought
on debut. There was
I
no
think
gel.
that was
There was no
against
our
gel.
right wing. I literally thought our right wing curse was over when he scored 2 in a row, and then
And against Arsenal, which was
Was that-
even better.
He scored a goal against Newcastle too in his second or third game, is what I remember. Like, that was a banger of a goal, by the way. Amorim greater than Slot and Pep. Yeah, sure. A Dutch manager getting spanked in midfield in his second season. We all have seen this before.
Ooh, we have all seen this before. That is
Like,
so.
imagine.
We have...
both bald.
And they're talking about getting spanked, and he won you 2 trophies, man. Put some respect on his name, bro. Doesn't matter what happened at Leipzig and whatnot. If Salah doesn't perform against United, he gets a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, I hope it happens, yeah. Winning matters right now, honestly. And I don't know if you guys have seen this statistic again. The league has become so direct. The big 6 teams, barring the lower ones, rest have deployed a model of just piercing through
Long
the
ball.
lines.
Yeah.
Long ball or even piercing through the lines with using their wing backs or full backs like Calafiori. Timber is doing the job for Arsenal, right? And I always, in modern day football, I've always echoed this, that fullbacks play a more pivotal role. Like Kokes, why is he not occupying those positions that he did with Bournemouth? Imagine, the guy is actually a phenomenal attacking fullback. We've seen that with Bournemouth. With Liverpool, he's not able to do that. Manager instructions, like these are his tactics that he's following. Be a little cautious. But that is not the player that he is. He needs to be given that role of just barging ahead. Like Slot needs to understand that. I think he must have wrapped his head around this like during the 2 weeks that we've had. Because if you look at Liverpool talent on an international scale, we've performed pretty well. Like we've done really well individually. What about United players? How have they fared in these international fixtures?
Thankfully, they were not injured.
They
That's the
survived.
only. That's the only positive.
Ugarte didn't play for Uruguay.
I think of all the players, I think only Dogu scored. Sesko blanked. So did Bruno.
Achha.
Ugarte did
Bruno hit the
not play
post.
that
He hit the
much.
post yesterday. Bruno hit the post.
Yeah. Cunha had an assist. He had a blinding assist for Vinicius.
Huh.
Mbemo scored. Ahmad scored a direct free kick yesterday and had an assist. So that's it.
Guys, I forgot to give a shout out. Please यार, जितने 20-24 लोग बैठे हैं, subscribe to Shashi Bhai, right? Mid-wicket manager. You have Sports Not Nathan, follows UFC, boxing, whatnot. And of course, he's a United fan. So do check out his content as well. Brilliant content from both the people. A Dutch manager ये हो गया है. If Salah doesn't perform, ये भी हो गया है. These new guys won't press like the prime Klopp Liverpool. Yep. Robertson pressing the whole City backline is what Klopp's Liverpool is defined as.
Oh,
And we still see
that highlight, I still in my head. No, it's seared in my head. I was like, what is this guy doing, dude? He just ran like a
Mental.
full L. He ran like a full 90 degree. I was like, what's happening? That was
okay.
crazy. I was
Still,
too.
just your parting thoughts on Luke Shaw. So one of your ex-legends, I would say, Paul Parker of the club, he called him lazy, that he'll be vulnerable against Salah. You look at the teams they have played against and they can't handle pace and energy levels. If Liverpool play in front of them, it'll be great, but I don't think they will. I think they will try and turn them around, especially on the left side with Luke Shaw. Salah is going to be looking to run in behind and without the ball, knowing the laziness of Luke Shaw, he will be pulling at his shirt at all the time. And these things happen like that.
I mean, I'm fed up of our ex-players, man. I can't explain to you how fed up I am of them. Honestly. I don't want to use choice words. I'm just going to let it slide. I'll tell you one thing that I know for a fact. Because Gaurav now, Gaurav set me early on fire, no? And now I was thinking about, I know for a fact in the last 11 years, we've been trying to replace Luke Shaw and we haven't done it. So the way everyone complains about Luke Shaw to me is frankly hilarious. When Alex Telex came, they were like, man, did you see how he's balling in Porto? I was like, what's that got to do with anything, dude? What is him balling in Porto got to do with anything? And then we saw how well he balled at United and at Al Nassr and into his retirement or wherever he is. Then we saw Brandon Williams, makeshift left back, because Ethan Laird was the right back in the under-21s. They pushed him to left back.
Yeah.
Right-footed left back. The most dumbest football concept I've ever seen in my life.
You guys ruined his morale. You know that, Shashi Bhai. Nathan,
Oh?
you guys ruined
Brandon
his morale.
Williams. Brandon Williams
yes.
was
He went
played
into
and played and played.
No, but he went into depression because he wasn't
Yeah.
given enough game time at United.
Bro, we sent him
He came
on
out with
loan
that.
and he couldn't cut it at loan even. What do you want us to do? At least we gave him loans. Yeah, Ahmad is sitting on the bench. Yoro
What
was
about
sitting on the
Malacia?
bench.
Malacia was on the bench too for the longest.
Bro,
and he was injured
Malacia was never ever good. We should have never. I said it 6 months before he left because I saw the preseason game. Alvaro Fernandez should have walked into our team when our left backs were injured.
Yeah,
And that is why people literally come to my channel and go, Nathan, I'm here to remind you that United sold Carreras. Seriously, because I've been saying it in pre-season. I was like, bro, we got Luke Shaw, we got Alvaro Fernandez Carreras, who was part of the championship team of the season, playing for Preston North End, who finished 11th that season. That left back is part of the team of the season. First season, he played 36 out of the 38 games in the championship. He cannot possibly be worse than 10 million Malacia, who we cannot sell after 4 years at the club. Bro, we'd have to sell him for £2 million to turn a profit. That's it, 2 million. And we can't find one person to buy it. You can call moral this, moral that, bro. Nobody wants to buy him.
Yeah.
We can't do anything about that. If no one wants you, we can't do anything about it. People wanted Fernandez, McTominay, they wanted Fred, they wanted people, they went. They wanted we sold Van de Beek. We sold Van de Beek for more money than we'll get for Malacia. And nobody
Van de
wants
Beek, I think he would have flourished well if it wasn't for his injuries. I think he would have done well. Unfortunate what's going on with him. Even Everton weren't playing with him, to be honest, that bad. The biggest mistake Sobers had done playing great against Arsenal. Slot really taking him seriously as a right back, to be honest. Yeah, that's what happens when Frimpong is ponging out loud and you have a Conor Bradley who's been losing the ball too often in our own half. Nowadays, for 130 million, you get players like Alexander Misak. Wow. Yeah,
That's a good one.
Bakayoko greater than Fabinho.
That's a great point. Bakayoko was actually phenomenal at Monaco. It's a good point. They both played at Monaco, right? If I remember correctly.
Levels. Yeah, they did, but nowhere near Fabinho, man. Like you haven't watched enough.
Bakayoko was at Chelsea, right, for a season or two?
No.
No, I'm wrong about you.
No, he got injury prone. No, he started getting injury prone at Chelsea.
Yeah. Question for the panel: we were good in preseason. What happened suddenly? Yeah,
we were not good in preseason.
You were decent.
No. We just scored some lucky goals. We were not
falling for this. I'm not falling for this.
I think you were decent.
What is decent compared to what? 15th place.
You guys
That's
gave
not
a lot
impressive.
of hope. The way they played on the pitch, they gave a lot of hope to the fans.
Not me. We
I
all
think-
said I don't know what Shashi said on his end of league standings. I said
Yeah.
if we get Baliba, we'll finish fifth. If we don't get Baliba, seventh. I don't know how much hope Shashi had. That's as far as my hope went. Seventh place. I don't know about him.
Guys, thank you, Manish, for the shout out. Guys, please like, share, and please subscribe to Midwicket and Nathan. Anthony scored
Now
3 games.
because you said this, now I have to see it with my own eyes now to believe it. Manchester United 2-0 with Aston. No, that was the last league game. We lost 1-0 to the Asian All Stars. We
Yeah.
beat Hong
And-
Kong.
Bro, don't talk about Hong Kong Cups and all that you've won,
Pre-season,
bro.
nah.
Like,
That was
fuck.
after the
Hong
season.
Kong
No,
Cup,
I'm
so
not.
I didn't even get the transmission in Canada, bro. That's how
I
bad it was.
am telling you the games we played after season ended. We
Yeah.
beat Hong Kong 3-1.
Yeah.
We drew with Leeds, which is a shame for me personally, 0-0. We beat
Good team, Leeds, by the way.
West Ham, by the way, who was worse than us in the league
Correct.
and currently worse than us. We beat them
Yeah.
2-1.
Yeah.
We beat Bournemouth 4-1. That was an impressive game. That
Yeah,
if
you had
watch
a good
that game,
preseason, man. Like, come on, let's be honest about it.
United Everton was a terrible game, and we went to penalties with Fiorentina. I mean, the only good game we had was Bournemouth since
Bournemouth.
the Europa League
Played
final.
well against Bournemouth. We started
We
well
absolutely
against West Ham
played
as
well against
You're
Bournemouth.
underplaying it, bro. But it's fine.
No,
it's your
no.
opinion. I
Bro,
respect
थोड़ा
that.
सा
I
stretch हो
picked
गया
them
बोलना कि we had a very good season.
underplaying it is what? Like I said, we finished 15th. And I
Yeah.
said we'll finish 7th. So like how much more you thought we were going to do well? I don't know. But I
Top
said we'll
5, I
finish
was
7th.
thinking. With the
Why-
signings. With the signings, we all thought top 5, yeah.
No midfielder.
Yeah.
No chance.
Anthony scored 3 games in a row against Arsenal, City, Everton. EPL getting colonized by ball frauds.
Colonized by ball.
We'll get to the predictions, guys. Salah versus Shaw. Bhai, I think
Technically it should be Dogu versus Salah.
that too. But I don't think
Or at least
in
help.
that system.
Shaw.
But we're gonna drag you out, man. Liverpool are good at least dragging players out of their positions.
The
At least I can give that.
Terrible defense versus terrible defense is going to be fun.
According to you, is Frimpong an upgrade over Trent so far in the season?
Absolutely. Not even a sneeze, dude.
This is
Get an
one thing which
upgrade.
Shashi mentioned, right? Like on the ball value, we're missing those long supplies from Trent. That used to like just open defenses out. And even though last season he regressed with that too under onslaught, but what we saw, there's been a major chunk of players that have been discarded, right? I think that's really affecting us because our principles have changed altogether as a squad, and bringing in these fresh talents out of nowhere who are deemed to be world-class players, not really happening. And it's a testament what has happened in the past is a testament to the fact that Liverpool aren't clicking right now. Not every world-class squad is going to click, right? Liverpool will beat United, and as the Wiseman said, it's not a prediction; it's a spoiler.
He's bloody quoting
bro,
Paul
come
Heyman.
on, bro,
Ritin,
let's
I
just-
see what you're doing there. You're
ahead.
quoting Paul Heyman and you're pretending like we don't know what you're doing, dude. I said
He's
that.
trying to increase the engagement, bro. So chalega. Sesko was below average for Slovenia.
Oh,
okay.
Slovenia is
Beकार
below
striker
average
है.
football team, dude.
बेकार striker है सेस्को. चलो next.
Diallo scored nice. Not
Yeah,
going
nice.
towards the Conte way after winning a PL title. Like, please define this. Liverpool have a gelling free pass from the media, bro. Just because you have no idea. The times we used to finish second, you have no idea. Just because social media wasn't present that time too. Trust me, if you sit with a United fan from the UK, you would know what it was like, right? Yeah, it was worse than the hairdryer treatment. Trust me. Like, अभी तो भाई सब चलता है social media पे सब troll होते हैं. And what Arsenal are going through, they rightly deserve it, bro. Like finishing second, come on, man, you got to finish first, bro. That's how it is. Of course, you're gonna have the media eyes on you. All eyeballs are gonna be on Arsenal this season, and in fact, you have the strongest squad. You've shown it in the first 8 games.
y'all should win it after y'all bought Isaac and Wirtz.
I don't think so. I think we
after
deserve a
buying them.
transitional season. Come on. If United get numerous
Very
transitional
nice.
seasons,
Very
why
nice.
not
500
Liverpool?
million and a transitional season. That's a very
Season,
that's a way of
500 million.
underplaying it. Not
Why not?
having an
United
average
spent
preseason is
United
not
spent
underplaying.
800 million in 2 transfer windows during the
Which-
time when Lukaku, Pogba.
800 million? No,
Yes.
bro.
Yeah,
800
you
million
spent
is what
800
Chelsea did.
euros.
800
It
million.
was 640 million pounds
हाँ
It
तो
came down to something like 700 or something pounds.
अब
But
उसके
that's
यार
not the point. The point
घर
is,
का रेंट मत जोड़ो ना, घर का रेंट
but
क्यों
the
जोड़
point
रहे हो?
is,
ट्रांसफर
point
फी
ये है
वो
ना भाई,
6
point
होंगी।
ये है, the point is that every club has done that. So it's not something that I think we deserve a bit of leeway with the fact that this
No,
is a
you
new
don't.
squad. Of
Absolutely
course we
not.
do.
No,
No,
no.
but
As a
you're,
rival, of
but
course, you're going to say that. It's fine.
no,
I
no,
don't
but
care
hold
about
on.
that.
But let just common sense prevail.
Yeah,
You won it with a squad where you only bought Wataru, Endo, and Chiesa was hanging out with the doctors for the whole season.
correct.
How would nobody think that this season you're the favorites? Just based on
Common
that logic.
sense, in hindsight,
Common,
if
yeah.
you look at it, other clubs did not bring in the best of talents. Like Arsenal needed a striker.
No. That is
Right.
last season. That is
So
fine.
it's
I
all
am talking about
relative.
this season. You would be favorites, no? That last season, I'm saying that's
Exactly.
fine.
So the expectation from the board was to win the Premier League for sure, like to get a major trophy for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. But the fact that they are not clicking right now, what are you going to do? We're not going to turn against the manager and tell that if he's not getting a trophy home this season, we're going to sack him. No way, bro.
But
That's
at least we
how
can say
that's
that it is
how it
down to
works.
the manager, just like we say about Amorim.
Yeah. You can at
But the
least,
fact
yeah.
that the guy being a debutant comes in the list of top 5 managers who've won the Premier League as debutant next to Conte, Pellegrini, who not, that's quite an achievement in its own way, right? You can't discard that.
Nobody's taking that away from him. What we are
Correct.
saying,
For
you
sure.
had that squad, then you added the best striker in the league, who knows the
Yeah.
league, who should not take too much of time of yeah, I like this of gelling in or getting in tune with the league. Then you bring in Ekiteke, you have Words, you have Frimpong, you have
Ireland
potentially
also.
the best left back in the league, Kirkis.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you should be out there as the favorites to win the league
We
ahead of
should be,
Arsenal.
but we are
Ahead
not.
of Arsenal.
We're
Yeah,
not
you
ahead
should
of
be or
Arsenal for
not.
sure.
That's a
Are you
fact.
kidding me? Are you telling me Calafiori and MLS are not better? They're not better as a pair than Robertson
Calafiori,
and Kirkis? Come on,
Robert,
bro.
Not
No
speaking
way.
about as a player, I'm just speaking about
Robertson is
the
a
left back
better
position.
left back than both of them.
Bro, are you fuck? You can't say that, bro.
Hold on.
Are you
Robertson,
kidding me?
bro,
Are you
the
saying
only
Robertson
reason-
right now is better than Calafiori and MLS?
No,
You gotta
I'm
be
saying
out
he's
of
better
mind,
than
man.
MLS because MLS is not even getting to play first of all.
But
And
he's
I don't know if you-
naturally a very good
it doesn't
inverted
matter, bro.
fullback.
It doesn't matter.
It
Like
does,
that,
of course it does. What are you
Kobe
talking
Mainu
about?
should. It doesn't matter because Kobe Mainu should play in the midfield and he doesn't because he's better than the players we play. Like that, we can
They
do
are
the whole
good.
thing
They work
around the
with
board
system.
for everybody.
You know what? MLS
Also,
or
Calafiori
Calafiori,
plays
they
centre
work
back,
well
by
in
the way.
system.
He plays centre back at Italy, doesn't he?
I don't know about Italy, but in
But they
Arsenal,
play three
he's
at the
a
back, no?
Of
normal
course
That's
he
why.
back.
plays.
Yeah.
He
I
plays
believe
left
he
centre
plays
back,
centre
no?
back.
Three at the back.
Yeah, of
You
course he plays centre back. at
bring
Italy.
any Arsenal fan to the podcast, he's going to tell you why Arsenal are thriving well. It's Calafiori and Timber. Both of them are like inverting in really well this season, and
But
they're doing
also,
really well as a pairing. So,
Miles Lewis Skelly
yeah,
is apparently someone who was touted to play in the midfield.
same like Zinchenko, same
I
like
mean,
any other inverted bring back.
let's not
They're
go
all
crazy,
inverting
dude.
it in.
Zinchenko couldn't even play
But
left back. They've used
you know
Delph.
what? But honestly, it's actually shocking that you consider a 31-year-old Robertson better than MLS or Calafiori, for that matter.
It's not about being better. Prime Robertson. I mean, these people couldn't touch Prime Robertson.
Of course.
I don't know how else that.
Departed,
I
bro.
mean,
The
bro,
departed.
that Kirkes is 10 years younger than him, and Slots like, please, just stop trying to get a red card. Sit down, Robertson, please, let's go. I mean, Slots doing it, bro. Forget me. Your manager's doing it. Your manager's like, this guy's a bloody basket case trying to get sent off every game. Come, please, we can't deal with such immaturity. The whole season at Bournemouth, he's playing like a normal person. He's trying to take out his ex-players in the opening game of the season. I'm watching the game. I'm going, what is this guy doing, dude? He shared a locker room with these people. He's trying to end their careers, dude. I would have walked up and slapped him in the back. I would have. The way he was tackling was criminal, yeah. And the fact that he survived the game was hilarious.
Yeah.
He survived that. Cross like, Baba, please, yeah, this is not Hungary. You're not Puskas. Please go sit down there in the corner. Old man, come on down. This guy is going to make us lose games. Come on
But you
down.
know what? It's actually like if you have a Tsimikas and Robertson working together last season, we saw that no element of competitiveness for him to have some vigor, some desire, some venom to fight for that position. It was Robertson all the way. But now this season you have a Kirkes coming in and Robertson has actually performed better than him. Like I gotta give it to him. But 31-year-old on a consistent basis.
Don't sleep on him.
490.
Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on him.
Per 90. Still, he's actually in his years, man. Like this is his. He's become a veteran now. You can't really expect him to
Ashley
Young
Robertson
of
starts
yesteryears.
games. Ashley Young starts games 40,
But
dude,
Ashley
because
Young, bro,
he's
he's
that
really good.
hungry. He's
But he
that
is good.
hungry. He's
Is he
hungry.
still? I think he retired, right?
He's playing. No, he's playing with his son in the same team.
Which what? Is it Everton?
Seriously.
No.
No,
No division team. No division
it's
team.
a championship team, I believe.
But no, I think Robertson from yesteryears versus what he is right now, massive difference. He's lost a lot of yards and whatnot, but still physical
Ipswich.
capabilities. And he always had a handicap too. He couldn't play with his right foot, right?
But
And I think,
most good left backs couldn't play with the right foot.
yeah.
In defense to in defense to Robertson.
So it was.
I mean, you could buy Brandon Williams, right? He'll do well. He'll cook with you guys.
Yeah, thank
Brandon
you so
Williams,
much.
deputy with Kirkes.
We shall consider that. I'm talking about the amount of chances Sesko got. We could have won it for Slovenia against Kosovo easily. He
Agreed.
bottled
Totally
headers
agree.
and chances. Doesn't matter if Slovenia are good or not.
Fair
Could
enough.
be. Do you think Liverpool defense will struggle early against United? Bhai, if you have a fucking Konate at the back, bro, anything can happen. People who have had their minds on Real Madrid, unfortunately, like this is happening to them. This is more of a domino effect and a cascade effect in the recurring than what is happening on the pitch. These are all mind games that are ruining a player's performance on the pitch. Konate on a high line, by the way, doesn't even have enough recovery play pace. I don't know what happened. Has he gained a ton or two? Like, what is going on? Like, this guy had the best recoveries in the league for the last 2-3 seasons, and I don't know what happened this season. Like, it happened with Anthony Gordon too. Thank God Van Dijk was there. And that meme of him twerking, man, like, oh God, that was a dagger in my heart. That was the dagger in my heart that I needed. When he's been instructed to go on a high line and to defend with all his might, he couldn't even attempt to go toe to toe with Caicedo. Yeah, you're just sitting out there and just watching, ball watching.
There was this one beautiful still I saw on Twitter. I don't know. I found it quite funny. There's Van Dijk there. He's looking to the right. There's nobody on his right. And obviously, because the camera is this way, there's nobody on his left. I'm like, wait a minute. He just realized there's nobody with him in defense. Everybody's forward. I was like, this guy's going to have a long season, dude. It's going to be long for Van Dijk.
But he's tried to rally them together. Like, I think Van Dijk, out of all the players, he's good. Soboslai has been good. Barring them, Ekitike has been good. Midfield, Gravenberg, arguably. You can't really
Gattuso has
put
been
him.
good for you, Lord.
That's
Gattuso has been
That's
good for you.
decent, Shashi bhai. Decent, huh? Well, the problem is we don't have crash and burn wingers anymore. Like Luis Diaz were like giving it to their all to, just go in behind and do that. Like, you don't have those. You need trickery on the flanks too. Like Liverpool don't have it at the moment, and like that's why I was actually I've been saying this. Like selling Ben Doak was the worst decision. 25 million pounds, the worst decision. Harvey Elliott, man, why the fuck would you sell him, man? When you know we lack the depth. Why the hell?
I actually think he's better than Curtis Jones, but Slot seems to not agree, which is funny.
So the reason why he plays him, Curtis, is because he is a press baiter, like one of the best press baiters in the league right now. So I think
But
that's
would
the only thing
would
which
you
attracts him.
technically keep, which one would you keep though, is kind of my point. I would keep Harvey
Curtis.
Elliott.
No, I would keep Curtis
You'd
Jones.
keep Curtis, really?
Yeah. I
But
think
then it makes sense why he sold him, I guess, then, right? In that
no,
case.
but then we needed someone on the bench too, right? You can't really operate with.
But people
the
don't
academy.
want to be on the bench. No, this is the thing that I feel like fans don't sometimes understand,
Yeah.
because we love our club so much and we expect people to be good bench people. Like nowadays, people want to play. Yeah, people are more and more realizing that you're not here for a long time. You're here for a good time. And I think more and more people are not sitting on the bench, and there's less one club players. And a lot of people go, it's a shame, but I actually don't think it's a shame, because tomorrow when they retire and you don't remember them, they at least have memories of them playing football instead of being on the bench.
Look at Manu. It's been almost a couple of months he's not gotten start, and Napoli news becomes a red hot news.
Can you
every single
imagine,
week.
dude? Hoyland, McTominay, and Manu.
You know what? If you have a Menu, you have a Mason Mount, an Mbeumo, a Bruno occupying the same spaces, bro, you can't expect a Minu to thrive, unfortunately.
No,
This is the thing. You bought a couple of players who play similar roles. Like, what is the point of doing that? Like, it's just stupid.
This is why I'm saying chronology matters, no? We have kept Bruno. We bought Cunha on buyback. I mean, sorry, in buyout. And then we went for Mbeumo. And then everyone is like, we should have sold Bruno. I'm like, but that's really unfair, because his first decision was to keep Bruno. Like, why
Yeah.
is Bruno the scapegoat in the order of keeping players? And
Yeah.
people are like, we'll get 90 million. I'm like, yeah, but that 90 million isn't going to give you 5.5 years of best GA.
VVD in mind bum diggy diggy bum bum when he sees Caicedo taking the shot. Yeah, bro. VVD, the greatest left-handed batsman, bro.
Wow, that was classic.
Not
Cricket wala meme was the best one.
has to be Saurav Ganguly, bhai. Has to be Saurav Ganguly. Is Gravenberg actually injured? What the fuck? I don't
Bro,
fucking.
this is another thing with these international breaks. Like Shashi said it best. No, thank God nobody's injured. That's what he said it
Gravenberg.
first. He didn't say who played well, who scored goals. He said everyone's back, not injured.
I don't think he's injured. Nah, nothing
No,
of
no,
that
he's
sort.
coming back from an injury. That last game he played, I think he should be there. Chester FC.
Okay, getting back to the agenda.
And De Bruyne.
One guy,
De Bruyne.
guys, Nathan,
Yeah.
Shashi, one guy that you guys are going to be extremely elated to see on the slide. Yeah?
Or fuck.
So,
Kitty ka pilla.
elated is what I was thinking when I saw his face.
This is ecstasy. Michael Oliver at his best, right? Prime best. So I made a table out of all the data that we had to collect. So he's officiated 66 for your Liverpool, United 47. Liverpool have 131, United 18, drawn 21-13, lost 14, and United have lost 16. Yellow cards 105 and 98 for United. So it's double yellow cards. He's not really given red cards. Double yellow cards, 2 for Liverpool and 4 for United, and the last one being Diogo Dalot's back in December 2023.
That was such a criminal move, that red card.
That indeed was. That was insane, man. Like within a gap of 10 seconds, Shashi bhai?
Yeah, second yellow.
Within
He
a
was
gap
off.
of 10
He
seconds.
was off. But then that is stupid on the player as well. If that has been conveyed to you before the start of the season, you should not be doing that.
Yeah,
I'll tell you, he got away with it.
Consistency.
Yeah.
That will never be the case with that will never be the case.
But that is the best defense, no? If you don't do it across the board, then you cannot say you have told people before the season that we are going to do it.
Referees and VAR, they love United more than the other clubs. So
nice to be popular, I suppose.
Yeah, they'll make an example out of us. This is what the rule is. This is what the precedent is. You have to follow this.
Fuck this shit. Ronald Koeman, man, he had some minor hamstring problems. Of course, we didn't take any risks. Fuck off, bro. This is the problem with international.
Wait, but why are you so upset, dude? He's Barcelona's greatest coach, according to him. Not me. For the record, I would like to be clear.
Yeah, coming back to the slide. Oliver loves Dalot. City's red light men. So by referee stats, it seems like a draw. Like I think United fans are in a
not exactly how the stats look, but sure.
But yeah, this guy is a Newcastle fan, by the way, right?
Of course he is.
Yeah, so he has some level of some tinge of animosity against with Liverpool and United fans for sure. But I think it's gonna be pretty. Officiating is gonna be strict, especially the VAR. You have Darren in England. Who's going to be at VAR.
I love how you said strict. Like it means the same thing, but okay.
Not strict, excruciating for both the sides. I think it might just end up in a draw. I'm telling you, there's going to be 1 or 2 at least baffling decisions that we won't be able to digest. That's going to happen for sure. Moving on. This is what Dan Murphy had to say. If United lose the next 3 or 4 games, the pressure from the fans will get too much and the board will have no choice but to sack Amorim. Wow. Ratcliffe would have been better off saying that the board are backing the manager and that they're being patient, whilst recognizing that it isn't going to be the easiest of tasks, but it would at least show that they are right behind him. This is after he made the statement that I'm backing him up for 3 years, which he felt was a bit open-ended. Could have been a better, better way of handling
open-ended.
it.
I mean, that's not what I thought. I thought that's delusional. Open-ended seems very kind. How can you assume someone's going to do well in 3 years? I mean, this man has allegedly been in charge of a football club before. Like, I don't see how he can openly say that. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't watch any United-based interviews unless it's Bruno Fernandes. Because I
Yeah.
quite honestly don't believe anything that anyone else in our club says. I don't know how Shashi feels about it, but I have made that my
It was
strict.
more to just put an end to the entire fiasco and the drama surrounding Amorim in or Amorim out.
Was he
I'm sure
successful?
in the hindsight, I think it has been successful. International break has
No,
not talked
everyone's been
about.
talking about this
No.
stupid
At least
statement he's made.
they're talking about the statement. They're not talking about whether Amorim should stay or not. That entire fiasco of Amorim in, Amorim out, that is out of the way. At least there's a quite clear narrative from Radcliffe that I'm backing him for 3 years. Obviously, if after 30 games, when we are after 30 games, if you're languishing in 17th or 18th, he will be sacked. But this is a way just to put all the rumors to bed that he's here to stay. We are backing him. He's our guy. Just shut up and fuck off. That's a clear narrative to the media.
Correct.
Based
Correct.
on what happens on Sunday, I don't think that's not even going to make it to 30 games based on that.
I don't think even if we lose 5-6, 5-0, 6-0, I don't think he's going that soon. He needs to fuck up at least 4 or 5 games in a row to get the sack right now.
Who will be the
Because
game changer of play for you? We'll get to that.
that
We are doing the
guy.
lineups. We're doing the lineups after that, so we'll get to that.
Sure,
United. Yeah.
just one quick thing.
Bolo, bolo, bolo.
Amorim is the first major decision that Ineos has made. So it's
Yeah, I
a
know.
bad
That's why he's
reflection on
surviving.
their face. Yeah, that it's their face surviving as well. So they'll not get rid of him that easily. They'll
Guys, before we
go
move
with
on to
him
the next
as far
segment,
as possible.
Shashi bhai, please इनको subscribe कीजिए Mid Wicket Manager. Subscribe to Sports Not Nathan. We have a couple of people from there to subscribe to this channel to go away. All of us have taken out time, and I'm in Vancouver. I started the podcast at 6:30 a.m. in the morning. These guys have taken out some time from their busy nights. It's been a working day, long working day for everyone. So please sub to all channels and do like the stream. Yeah. Um, let's just continue. Shashi bhai, please.
No, I've said what I had to say. It's like a face-saving tactic for Ineos, not to just to back Amorim for another 3 years.
100%.
United is not going to win this match. I just hope you don't lose by many. Quite
God, that's a
realistic, to be
reverse
honest.
jinx, Mo. That's a reverse jinx. Keep it coming.
Honestly, I don't see jinxes and all is fine. Yeah, just put that aside. But I think we are gonna be comfortable against you all. Like, this is what I feel.
I like
I think
that.
we're doing-
I'll see you on Monday if it doesn't work.
for sure, for sure. But I honestly, I've been very vocal about it, and I don't like. I was nervous against Chelsea for sure, and other fans like Indie Cop, and I could see other Liverpool creators were quite confident in that game. I wasn't. Like Nidhi Bhai came to this channel. Nidhi rightly mentioned this. He said, I told him, I was laughing. I said, कि यार एक statement निकला है कि Chelsea का midfield is the world's best midfield apparently. And he's like, what is so shocking about that? He's like, they have quality midfielders. And I actually like, yeah, you reflect upon that and you think, yeah, Romeo Lavia, a prime Romeo Lavia is going to be devastating to watch next to Caicedo and Enzo. And that's what happened. And that's what happened. So, yeah, it was quite the teaser that we needed. United not going to win. I don't think so if he really meant that. And it takes pressure off the manager team. And historically, we play better when nothing is expected of us. I think so. Really?
I don't know
Really?
when is the last time nothing has
Really?
ever been expected of us more.
Really?
That's the
When
sad
you
part.
guys were actually better than Liverpool, I think we thrashed you maybe 5-0, no, 6-0, no, 7-0, right? That season, yeah. So I think
We
that
were not
trend
better
works
than you
for
that season. We were
exactly.
better than you that season.
You were, of course. Second half, you were winning games. You won 3-4 games in a row. Liverpool lost.
No. I mean, at the end of the season, didn't we not finish below you?
He just had to bring that scoreline somehow.
No.
He just had to bring that scoreline.
We were fifth. I think we were fifth that season. We'll check it up. But I think Liverpool
Because
had
we
an atrocious
finished
last season.
fourth. No, we finished fifth with the Carabao Cup, right?
Wait, I'll tell you. That was Klopp's last season. Wait. Yeah, we didn't get Champions League.
Oh yeah, we finished.
Wait.
No, if it was Klopp's last season, then we finished 8th with an FA Cup. If I remember.
But you guys started winning fixtures after the Boxing Day, so we thought you'll come to Anfield and run havoc. 2023, 24. Yeah, we finished third, but our second half was abysmal. We should have topped the league that season too. The drop off was massive. You guys were not good, but second half you were really good. I remember that because I was really nervous against you all, and I was like, "How the fuck did we score 7 goals, man?" That was another game altogether. Yeah, Mo Bhai, so that narrative doesn't really work on United, unfortunately. You can jinx. You can try jinxing, reverse jujuing. झाड़ करना है भाई, झाड़ करवा लो, जो करना है कर लो भाई. ये Anfield है भाई, ये Anfield है. Copying Arteta selection doesn't work everywhere. United, Arsenal, Liverpool are culture clubs. They need culture managers to impact whole football pyramid, not just one team.
Well, we've already discussed that we do not impact the football pyramid in our club, so no point talking about that anymore.
If that referee is a Newcastle fan, both Cunha and Wirtz is going 007 again to be with Ilanga for 007 continuity.
That's a good one.
Agree with Shashi Bhai. Chelsea midfield is what Liverpool dreamed of. Chelsea,
Yeah, I think
Red Sea.
you guys were after every single player out of that lot, no?
Yeah, let's not
Caicedo,
remember that, please.
Lavia. Yeah.
You don't need to pour more salt on my wound. Shashi Bhai, you've done it enough.
Why y'all have technically won the league and they haven't? So technically y'all are more successful.
Exactly. So what do you all think about this? Like, why isn't Chelsea under the radar? They've spent the most, like some 1.5 billion pounds. And Arsenal have spent what, 800 million pounds since
Because
the
I think
last 4-5 years. So why is
because I
Chelsea not
think-
being? Yeah,
I think nobody cares about them.
that's not true.
I think so.
I
Because
think for
there
City you would
is-
say that.
I actually think it is, because I mean your question is the best way to prove that, isn't it? It's like nobody's hounding them out. They always hound Arteta's 800 million, City and United's 1 billion in the last 10 years. Like they
Yeah.
always do those stats, but you don't hear anyone go Bowley rolls in 1.5 million into 1.5 billion in 2.5 years. No one says nothing, including the FA, I might add, not just fans.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying anything. So I mean,
But in
Chelsea
the
has
same
always
breath-
been this
Shashi?
chaos club. People know that there will be managers coming in, going out, but for some reason they'll keep winning major trophies. They have won the Club World Cup. Call it prestigious or not, but this was the first edition. Entire footballing community was watching that tournament. They thrashed PSG in the final. For some reason, despite all the chaos, they keep winning. So people know that, okay, if there are 2-3 bad seasons, eventually these fuckers will end up winning something big.
Was that ETH? Yeah, that was his first season when you lost 7, I think. Yeah. While being managed by Ten Hag, saying top the league, what a free mind this man has. Not jinxing, lol, yahi hai, unfortunately, abhi it's a cycle, apna time aa jayega, bhai. Hopefully not when we are all SJR's age.
We aren't going to make it. I'm not going to make it that long. Dude. Can't speak
See,
about
don't
other
have any
people.
leaders or experienced players are the must. That's a must in the long run.
I don't agree with
About
that.
this.
That I can't agree with.
Mm.
Oh, I mean, Cucurella starts with Spain leadership.
Okay, let's just. Bro.
Who else is there?
Okay, I have a couple
Enzo
of more.
Fernandez?
I've done this. This
World
is, I
Cup winner.
think, I should have
Nice.
brought this up just
Magic.
to give you an idea of what is happening in the league so far. Salah, Soboslai, and Van Dijk, with the likes of Bruno and Shaw, have played the maximum minutes in the league right now. It's not too much, but again, yeah, just a highlight of what is going on, and just to show off my graphic designing skills. Yeah. So, one question. Let's just get to the starting 11. One question I had for you all: Mount or Cunha? Who's gonna start for United?
Nathan, take it away.
For me, eyes closed, Mount.
Yeah, he's been good.
It's not about he's been good. It's about he actually drops back to help Bruno and whoever's the other person, based on Amorim's mood, to play in the midfield. And he also keeps the passes tight and low and short. And well, Cunha just doesn't do that, which kind of annoys me about when he goes, you need fast tens, because I'm like, I don't know what's that got to do with football. It's not a race, but Mount is clearly better in that position. By the way, just for the record, Mount is also another 10 that never played 10s the way Amorim plays 10s.
Correct.
But he's still doing a better job.
Yeah.
So,
I think
Yeah.
I
But
woke
Mount
up
is
today.
one player. Yeah.
I
Please,
woke
Bhai.
up today thinking that Mount should have started, but then gradually throughout the day, I've thought about the conundrum that Liverpool have at the right back position, and it is down to the appetite for Amorim. If he wants to win the game and if he wants to dominate and pin that right-sided defense in Liverpool's own half, you start with Cunha because he's good at carrying the ball, good at dribbling the ball. He's a threat from anywhere, and you
Hmm.
know the Liverpool central defense right now is shaky. They can give you that moment to probably get inside, and that Cunha does it better than Mount. So as the day is progressing, I'm slightly tilting towards Cunha starting instead of Mount, especially because of how Liverpool's right back and central back is positioned right now. So Cunha for me. If you have the appetite of winning the game, if you're going for a draw
That's a
mentality,
good
then
point.
start Mount.
I think that's a good point. He's going to be more piercing than that link up you need one on one with
Absolutely,
Mbeumo
absolutely.
or someone.
Yeah.
I sort of agree with that too. Like, I think even but Mount has proven that he should be starting, right? Because he looks more in sync than Cunha might, is
Yeah.
my argument.
He's a safer option. Just let it put it that way. He's a safer option than Cunha. He won't make mistakes. He won't give away the ball.
What's the update on Dubai's takeover? I think you guys are getting funded for the new stadium, if I'm not wrong. No?
हाँ बस कल ही आ रहा है पैसा आ जाएगा कल बैंक अकाउंट में
सही है भैया सही है. Chelsea is under the radar because they love children the way Rajasthan doesn't get the recognition for the same. Oh my god.
Controversial.
Chelsea don't have a league winning model. They're running a revolving door of players, come in and come out, make sales, just cup team.
Exactly.
Ole joined as an interim the season. Jose was sacked. Nothing was accepted except for steadying the ship. We played so well for the rest of the season. When there is no pressure, we do play well. If Cucurella is your club leader, then escape from stones coming from opposite fans, the most hated player of our generation.
Listen, yeah, he's part of the senior delegation along with Enzo Fernandez. I mean, they have a lot of experienced players. When you say leaders, I think our definition of leaders over the years have changed. You won't get a Gerrard, Tiger, Hipia, Keane, Rooney. You don't get leaders like that anymore. If you did, then we wouldn't be talking about Bruno and Henderson and Odegaard. We just don't get leaders like that anymore. So.
I think they have missed Thiago Silva. They have not replaced Thiago Silva in terms of the stature that they should have.
I swear on God, I think we thought he might not work for Chelsea, but my, he gave 3 years of some brilliant defensive work at the back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That was something. Mount floats really well between half spaces. Yeah, I agree. Amazing point, Bhai. Shashi Bhai. Van Dijk, please do work one more time against Casemiro. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. If we sit back and are transitioning heavy, then Cunha. Yeah. Guys, last segment of the show. Thank you for bearing with my heavy baritone, but let me just open this. Right. Okay. This is a tactics board, and we are going to do the starting 11.
Are you trying to traumatize us? You also brought
Yes.
out your tactics board.
Yes, I am gonna ensure you guys get to the nitty gritties of bringing out the best in Man United, right? Yeah. Okay. Which again 3-4-3, of course, but why? What the fuck is Malasia doing here, bro? Which club is he playing for now?
He's
Who?
there and he's in a
Malasia is it
reserves.
with Man United?
Yeah.
Where is he?
His
Yeah.
loan deal fell off at Elche and then fell off at Kairispor. Just
Okay.
to prove my point that literally nobody wants him.
What is going on with Harry Amas, by the way?
He's at Sheffield Wednesday.
Hamas is loaned out.
अच्छा तो ठीक है ये मार्टिन ओबी मार्टिन कहाँ है ये भी है ही है
Chido,
ना, I think.
Chido,
He's playing under 18.
21. Under
Okay.
21.
Great. Wait, dude, this is like so complicated. Okay, Mason Mount is who you guys want to start, or what is gonna be your preferred? Can you see first of all, or no?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay.
I think Nathan was with Mount, I was with Cunha, so probably you get the deciding vote.
Yeah, Joe on merit, I think Mason Mount deserves it. Honestly,
See.
let's just give it to him, right? Football should be on merit always, bro. It shouldn't be no favoritism, nothing of that sort. Cunha, I think Mbeumo is out. Poor guy.
Here, number 19, right below Hoyland.
Below.
Oh wow. Jadon Sancho.
What is this, dude? Like, where? How do people have not updated this lineup? Dude?
You gotta blame JLA for that. This is JLA's tactic board. Okay, Mbeumo right here. Diallo plays in a wing back. Casemiro, what the fuck is he doing in a double pivot? Okay, is it gonna be Diallo as the wing back or Who?
Dogu. I think Dogu will be there.
Dogu?
You need Dogu.
What are some exceptional qualities you like about Dogu? What have you observed from the second half of last season, and has he transitioned well in the first 7 game weeks? Is my
He
question.
can run for 90 minutes. To start with, he can run for 90 minutes, but the poor guy can't give that
Bro,
final
when
ball.
you're right back, who everyone hates is replacing him. I think that answers your question without you having to ask anyone.
Who is in the midfield? Is it going to be Bruno or this is your
It's
preferred?
going to be
By the way,
Bruno.
okay.
It's going to
Don't
be,
give
bro,
a fuck.
this is not preferred. Listen,
no,
man.
no,
He's
no,
going
no,
to
no,
pick
no.
these.
You-
I'm not going to be fooled enough to pick my own 11, bro. I'm
I
sorry.
want you
That's
to
not
do that,
happening.
okay. That's
But that
the
makes
idea
no
of
Which
sense
this.
11
because
is this? Which
I'll
11
tell
is
you
this?
why.
This is
What
yours.
11 United will put
Midwicket
out, or
and
what the
Nathan.
11 that we
What
want to
would you
see?
put out? What would you put out? Right? Why the fuck would you put out what the manager wants? Come on.
Because we don't know ball. The simple
Of
answer.
course you do. Yeah, no, that's quite the
Have to,
statement.
best to say it that way so we don't get trolled. No, come Monday morning.
अरे बोल ना भाई.
Best to say it
बिंदास
like
बोल.
that.
यहाँ पे कोई troll करने वाला नहीं. Bindas. Folks, Cunha will start this one. Back in full fitness, also played for Brazil. Mount has an impact sub this time, but credit is due. Mount has been in form. It's a good problem to have for you, Man United.
Shout out to Ash.
So Ash thinks Mount is also the right decision. Delit at the back with Maguire.
No.
Then
Euro.
I love how
Okay.
you're saying no, and you know for a fact he's going to do it. I
No,
love
I
it.
don't think Maguire starts. I don't
Give
think
me-
Maguire
No.
starts.
He
Give me the right-
starts. And
No,
then
no,
I'm
he
going
will
to
not
message. I'm going to message you, and I'm going to say you don't know ball, dude.
I'll
You
drop
don't
my
know
number on the
ball.
chat right now. I don't think Maguire starts.
You don't know ball.
Bhai, give
Especially
me
if he
the
starts
specific
starting,
position.
and
Is
he
it a
knows that he
RCB
starts
right at the back?
kind of pace he has.
Is he going to be
Euro.
central or is he going to be on the left?
Actually, so the thing is, we don't know if Mazraoui is going to be fit for the game. So I think he
Okay.
will play right with Shaw at left, as
Yeah.
it stands.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
am not sure about Mazraoui, so it's a little tough
He's not
to say
100%
who's
fit.
gonna
He is not 100% fit, unfortunately.
Okay.
Had he
Delit?
been, then he would have started that right centre back role.
Okay.
Definitely.
Then
Delit,
Euro is
Euro,
starting the right
Shaw.
centre back? Yeah, Euro
Yeah.
should
See,
start with RCB.
I'd prefer if you put Delict in the center, right next to Fernandes and Casemiro, for the bounce pass. There you go. Yeah, right there, right there.
You're
Yeah.
learning
The
tactics
bounce,
from Arteta.
the bounce pass, dude. The bounce pass, where the ball goes over the fucking head and Harry Maguire is running for dear life, dude. That bounce pass.
Oh God.
The other way, the other direction, the bounce
Oh my
pass goes. dude.
God, bro. Actually, Arteta has deployed one of those tactics where they're coming
Oh.
into the scene now.
And
Bounce
we know
passes,
how
ball
well
passing.
it's working. We know how well it's working for them. So it's okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Luke Shaw,
Lamens in goal. Lamens in goal.
Lemons in goal, yeah.
No, it's down there only below.
When
Shashi.
life gives you lemons, you don't need Onana, man.
I mean, we didn't need Onana period, but sure. Let's go with the lemons.
Indeed.
And I assume he's going to play Shashko, assuming Shashko has survived the trip.
Mhm.
Or as Ruben likes to call him, Ben.
What about Eden Heaven? What is going on with that guy?
He's waiting for the stairway.
1, 2, 5, 7.
Yeah, 11 हो गए.
हो गया. अरे नहीं भाई ज्यादा हो गया.
नहीं भाई, एक 12 है. माजुराई और डियालो में से एक रहेगा.
So who's gonna stay? Diallo?
I don't think Mazraoui is fit, so it will be Diallo.
Ahmad.
Okay. Nice, not bad. I think this worked for you. This double pivot actually worked for you in the last couple of games. Not in terms of chemistry and all that shit, but at least coverage and whatnot. You guys would have conceded a lot more.
Because Mount played.
Yeah, point taken. Yeah, and I think he has also told Casemiro to not bomb forward as much as he used to earlier. So थोड़ा सा
And
he's
don't slide tackle people in their own half. I hope
and
you told
that
him
too we
that
need.
also.
That is classic Casemiro.
No,
That
in
we need.
their own half.
That is
with
classic
them.
Casemiro in their own halves. That
1
we need.
minute into scoring the goal, he gets a yellow card. I was like, this is
Nathan,
bad.
those
He
leaders
gets
you
a
mentioned did nothing for their countries. Those leaders carried ego caps all the time.
No,
I
but
don't
I'm not
think
talking
Matip
about
gets
their
this
country. But
problem.
I'm also not talking about their country. Okay.
Goalkeeper Lamens, he already has a clean
Yeah.
sheet.
Yep.
Bye bye, Cunha, Maptata fans. Mount will start.
Gaurav is saying Gaurav's back. Heaven got injured during. Yeah, we know he's not available, Gaurav. I think we are talking about
Sorry.
if he's actually going to get a chance.
Ball carrying
Really
and foul
think so.
winning. Dallo needs to be thrown out of the club. not just on the bench.
I love it. I love it. Who are we going to play, dude? There's nobody we have.
Bruno and
That's the thing.
Casemiro. Cunha or what's who's finally getting the first goal assist? Tough one.
Knowing our luck, neither of them.
Own goal.
Neither of them will.
Mazraoui, Dillet, and Euro. He says
That would be preferable, but
Dillet and
I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
Mazraoui is
If Maz is
Please
fit,
like the
then he
stream.
should be there.
Guys, like the stream, guys. जितने 13 लोग बैठे हैं, please like कीजिए, subscribe कीजिए सबको. Thank you, Ritan bhai. Haven't got injured during under 21 match. Oops, may not be available. Okay, let's just go on with Liverpool now. I'll tell you what team I think I'm gonna start with. Pretty obvious though, but still, I think we'll get more clarity if we see those players positioned in between the legendary United players.
Oh, wonderful. So Ping Pong's going to play next to Lamans?
I hope so. I think I'm going to start with Ekitike, man. He has to be there. Ekitike is a no-brainer. And I think Slot might have learned a few lessons from being too astute a manager. I think he might be a little flexible. Where the fuck is...
I think it's above. No, is he already on the pitch? He's on the pitch already.
Okay, Isak, fuck you. Bench you. I think, yeah, he needs to...
Best striker in the league.
I would go with Florian Wirtz on the left, right? And I would go with, of course, the one and only
Robertson.
Where is
Good call.
Egyptian? Where's the Egyptian king?
He's there. He's there on the pitch. He's next to Mount.
Okay, Dan's. Jaden Dan's unfortunately is injured again. Ramsey is on the bench. Konate, I don't fucking want to see you. Van Dijk. Gomez plays next to Van Dijk for this game.
Hamstrings are okay?
Yeah. For now, for sure, yeah. But I just need him for this game, yeah.
For now.
I just need him for this game. So Mr. Biscuits is going to play next to Van Dijk. Sonny Leone, unfortunately, is down with the ACL too.
ACL injuries this season alone is actually crazy.
It is. Have you seen James Madison's documentary? He's been vlogging a lot.
I'm not a big darts guy. Sorry. That Luke Littler fellow is he's a nice guy.
Class guy.
Yeah,
Curtis Jones.
every now and then you get a dart player you
Robertson.
like by chance.
Mama. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Mama is gonna play for sure because Alisson Becker is out. He's incurred some thigh problems, and Alisson, I mean, despite having so many injuries, man, monoconsecutive bases, he still managed to be the best keeper, to be honest. And
I'm glad he's out.
Yeah, but I think Mama Shivli is actually going to be good too. He's been good. Right back.
Wait, didn't Georgia lose to Turkey yesterday?
Right back is a tough one. They did.
Right back
Mama
to it's
Shivli.
a coin toss.
Bro, if he doesn't play a ping pong, no, he's hiding, man. You got to call it out now.
Fuck you.
You pay money for him. No, I'm not talking about UD, obviously. I'm talking about Slot. You hide him. You can hide him.
No,
in the
but he's not
corner
been
the
good.
whole time, like,
The point is, he's not been good.
You paid for him. Putting him on the bench is not going to make him better.
Where the fuck is Frimpong, man?
He's
yeah.
check. Is he near Shaw?
Right.
He's like, forget this.
This is what I'm going with, guys. I know it seems a bit bold.
You're missing
Actually,
McAllister.
No. What you're missing is Gomez, Frimpong, and Robertson are a little ahead, and Van Dijk's on his own there on an island.
You know what? I'll tell you one thing. I think we guys can wipe you out, which is why I am relying on Frimpong's prowess.
Bro,
I think he's actually gonna
let him wipe the sweat from his headband. Frimpong's not wiping anything, dude. Sorry.
McAllister. Right. The double pivot remains the same. Unfortunately, I'm not giving a chance to Endo. I think Endo at best, 490, he's not really a good player on the ball. I think short passing
he might
is
play center back for you guys.
He might, yeah, but I think he might start Gomez, man. I think Gomez has been solid. Like every time he comes on for us, he's been solid, you know. I hope I have 11 players. 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
And
this is what it looks like, guys. And you might have competitions like, I don't know. The thing with United is if you lose the ball way up ahead, right? With Dogu, is this the usual position where you guys are? Is this what it is like, or
On
when you
the
lose
ball,
the
yeah,
ball?
Dorgo is very high.
Okay, next to
Yeah,
Frimponga.
Yeah,
like
he's
this.
trying to obtain a nosebleed, altitude sickness. Fucking useless player, bro. We are so I looking at this tactics board only is getting me angry. Forget the actual game. Seriously.
Right. Soboslai is going to be covering for sure. Salah,
And
I don't know why he was getting some flack for not making enough recovery runs. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me? You must be out of your fucking head.
But
On
that's
game,
probably because Frimpong is creating an issue, right? I assume that is
as
why
an
he's getting
overlapper,
flack.
yeah,
Yeah,
he has a tendency of getting in the same spaces. That is the problem.
it's a
and
problem.
Um,
Yeah.
UD, what has happened this season? I was seeing stat that Van Dijk earlier used to give that long diagonal ball to Salah way
G,
more frequently. This
yeah.
season, it has dropped down by 35 to 40%. He's been targeting the left side. He's not probably trusting Salah with those long balls. What has been the case?
Because Salah is not able to beat his man. Like strength and physical conditioning have been a question mark for him this season for sure, and it's obviously because he's coming of age. You can't expect a Mo Salah to be hitting the ground running season on season. The guy's done a phenomenal job with Liverpool, and I was actually saying this. I was like, I'm of the opinion that we needed some other right winger to help him out. This season. You can't expect a 34-year-old who's played Gegen pressing, man, and who's been giving his entirety. He's taken us out from situations where we didn't deserve to be on the top spot last season, to be honest. In the second half, the way we performed, right? It was Mo Salah, right, in the first half, who nicked in those goals. Without a Salah, we would have been we would have been a mid-table team last season, I'm telling you. Last season too. You could have seen Jurgen Klopp played with the same squad. He played with the same squad. Where did he end? Right. So it came down to the last. It came down to the death. Um, came down to the wire that Liverpool got lucky in a way, right? And people say relatively it's the worst way of winning a Premier League, right? And obviously it's quite disrespectful, but again, bro, they won the league. Got
Nobody
to give
remembers
God
how
its way
you won
there.
it. As long as you are
Exactly.
winning
I
it.
was just saying, who
That's what it
when their
matters.
Premier League medal, they'll be like, okay, cool story, bro. Keep it moving.
Exactly. But yeah, relatively, if you see, I think what if Odegaard and Havertz and Arsenal weren't suffering with injuries from
Bro,
December till
if
March?
they don't have Saka, they don't have a chance. Yeah, why are we even going that many players? Let's be honest. They don't have
Mm,
Saka only, and the drop off is there. Why are we talking about 2, 3 players? We saw the
yeah,
drop off without Rodri itself. Like
correct,
sometimes
correct.
you need the talisman gone only, and it stops working out for you.
True.
But can you just acclimatize me with situations which might arise? Like if you're like on the ball, you lose the ball, right? Who is the first person you think has enough to like make a good recovery? I don't see
Has to
Casemiro
be,
doing it.
it has to be Dogu because Dogu's the one with the pace.
Hmm.
It has to be
And
on
I
that
think
flank.
Dogu has good on the ball value too as a overlapping fullback. He does it. I've seen him.
Only when he's running. When he
Hmm.
tries to pass or cross, then he is a failure.
That's
For
why I
now.
said on. That's why I said no to on the ball. No, that's why I'm saying no only.
He
I'm not
runs
even
he
saying.
runs well
I'm
with
just
the
saying this.
ball, but then he does not cross or pass in the final third.
Mo
It's
For
Salah,
some reason.
where will United fans rate him in all-time Premier League players versus Rooney?
Below Rooney?
definitely.
See, when it comes to, of course, aesthetics and stylist and all that shit, of course, below Rooney, man, goes without saying. But when it comes to numbers, bro, you can't really. You have to put him there, up there. You have
Has
to
he
put him
scored
up
more
there.
Premier League goals than Rooney?
No, not really. I'm
No.
not about. I'm not talking about Rooney. I'm talking about like the top
Oh,
10. He
they're
has
talking
to be
about
there,
Rooney,
bro.
right?
They're
Yeah,
talking
No,
about
not
they're
about
saying
Rooney.
Rooney
versus
for
Rooney.
sure. Not about Rooney, bro. PL players versus Rooney, he says. So he has to be in the top 10, man. For me, he has to be in the top 10. I don't care if it comes down to bias or whatever. I think
I'd
he
say
deserves
top
to be in the top
20.
10.
I say top 20, and the only reason I'll
Harsh.
say top 20. No, 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 no. The only reason I'll say top 20 is no. When I've noticed one thing, whenever you do a list like this,
Hmm.
you always end up missing players. Always. And that is why I would say top 20 because I'm giving myself leeway not to actually
Okay.
think about the list instead of just saying top 10.
I think
I
Because
I
think
think these guys
I
mean in terms of goal scoring.
let's make it
I
easier.
know
Top 10
Yeah.
attackers for sure. Top
top
20
10 attack.
players of all time.
Yeah, I
100%.
agree with that. I think yeah, that's a
That
fair.
is that is
That
yeah,
is fair.
that is
That's fair.
I also agree.
Anyhow, so this is what it looks like. But Sesko, I still haven't understood his role, man. Like I know he's trying to be that traditionalist striker of converting chances. He's taken a couple of drives from outside the box and Mbuemo as well. In fact, you guys have had more shots outside the box than inside the box.
Yeah.
That's one statistic I read.
We can
Um,
thank Diallo, Cunha.
Diallo,
Ironically, Fernandez has not taken any, or he's taken really a few, which is
very few,
everybody complained last
very few.
season.
Yeah.
Everybody complained about it. He's not even doing that anymore. So now people are going, "Oh, he's not contributing to the attack." I'm like, "That you are always going to be in a lose lose." That's what I've realized.
But Nathan, don't
haven't.
you think
Hmm.
Fernandez has actually read some of the jibes that United fans have
I
taken on him for
honestly
the
thought
past 12 months,
he's
and he
more
has
disciplined.
conditioned himself accordingly, the way he's playing?
But like I said, Shashi, it's a lose lose.
Yeah,
It
it's a
doesn't
lose,
matter.
100%. He
Lose
is
lose.
world's best creator when he is at it. Why would you want to put him further away from the goal? It makes absolutely no footballing sense.
Shashi, you do no ball. Be quiet. Sit there in the corner.
Yeah, I don't
You
know,
don't you
man.
don't you don't have your FA badges. Behave yourself.
But so I've made a dotting arrow, and this is one
Lamens
straight
is
on.
actually currently being used to pick out Sheshko, from what
Correct.
I have gathered
Okay.
specifically.
Because I read this that he's supplied the ball some 33 times in the last game, right?
Yeah, which
Does
is
that
like
work
four
for you?
times more than any previous game that we have done.
Wow,
We have gone
that's
from 9
quite
and 9 to 10 to suddenly to 33 in a game.
that's quite overwhelming to know. Yeah. I think
But
you
Sheshko
have
is
enough
good.
caliber to be
Sheshko is good,
honest
I
up
think.
front.
He's good with his feet. He's better than Hoyland in that regard. That's why he's regarded as an upgrade. He's very
Hmm.
silky with his feet. He can find certain passes, especially to his right wing back or Mbemo. He's
For
good.
me, I'll tell you one thing. How you guys can win this game is by pinning our midfielders. I think that's what will take the game away from us.
That is impossible. Every single
Mm,
time it will be a
yeah,
2 versus 3.
I don't
That
see
is
it happening
impossible.
too.
The
That's
way
that's why I'm
only
so
way we
happy.
can win is pinning your fullbacks to your side and
Hmm.
hoping something clicks from Mbemo, Mount, Sheshko, or Bruno. Midfield battle is impossible to win here against Gravenberch, McAllister, and Soboslai.
Yeah.
It's not even it's impossible. It's impossible to beat almost every midfield when you're 2v3. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
another thing. Everyone uses like, oh, if you play Liverpool, you're going to get destroyed. I'm like, bro, we are losing to Grimsby. Like, relax, man. What are you talking about? Liverpool, you're going that far ahead when we're getting overrun by Grimsby Town. It's so weird. And then people
Precisely.
go, how are you performing like this? I'm like, bro, like, what is the point of having this discussion? It's been going on for 12 months. People just don't want to just admit that it's been happening. You notice, Shashi, people just can't understand why we are getting overrun, even though we very clearly,
It's a
it's very
basic
obvious that it's
basic
2v3.
flaw of this formation and the way Premier League is played. You would need your prime Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira to make this formation functional. And we are saying that जब बलेबा आ जाएगा तो it will be sorted. You need two absolutely
We need
mad
two
dogs.
Kantes, bro. We need two
Yeah,
Kantes. I
you
would
need
take
two
two Kantes.
Kantes. Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And I'll tell you one thing, fair on that, why the reason why I think I'm so confident about it and why I want Soboslai to start in the center is he gives you the lungs. I want him to have that coverage, at least covering those channels where Fernandez and Casemiro are trying to intrude, right? Trying to ruin our build-ups. I think even Gravenberg with that, with those carries, I think he's going to be quite overwhelming for Fernandez to handle. So I think in that situation, McAllister has to be that deep lying midfielder with the playmaking skills. He needs to start delivering those passes ahead. One thing which I'm happy about is United as a team aren't really cohesive. So I think as long as you aren't really pressing on top of your this thing, I think it'll be easy for McAllister to like supply the ball ahead. Soboslai has to be there. I don't want Words to be there. I want Words to have more of an isolated role because I think Lenny Euro will have again. It's going to be a litmus test of how he's going to fare against Words. But at the same time, Words has that tendency of doing a bit of trickery and then finding Ekitike in these spaces. And Ekitike, the reason why I don't want to start Gakpo and Ekitike together is because Gakpo doesn't have that to beat a defender. on a recurring basis. He cuts back, and then Gakpo usually takes shots from there. What Ekitike can do is he can make those runs, and his ability of controlling the ball really well can draw defenders in, and that's just allowing you more room to create a good build up. I think this is what Slot is looking for. The
So
problem,
just so we
yeah,
are clear, is your team or is this the team you think he's going to pick?
this is my team, and I think this is the team he should pick ideally. I think if you
So
base it on
what do
merit,
you think he's not going to do? Basing on merit, then Wirtz definitely shouldn't start, right? I mean, I
but
don't want to
then
make the
that's no.
0-0 joke
The,
again, but you know, I mean, that quite honestly, it's getting a little old. It's funny, but it's already
yeah,
starting to get old.
I know. But I'll tell you one thing, Nathan, Shashi. The thing is, what I think is gonna happen is he's gonna start. If he's still the same stubborn, stuck up Dutch Polly that we know, um, he's gonna have Wirtz in the middle. He's gonna have Sobo as a right back, and he's gonna have Konate as the centre back. And this bugger has the tendency. He inclines towards, has an inclination of going in these spaces and fucking it
I
up.
think you don't understand Konate. I think what happens is, no, he's being magnetically pulled to Spain, and that is why I think he's getting pulled out of position. I feel like he's drawing, he's visualizing which way he has to go after the game. So
Fair point. But yeah, I think this is what it is going to be like. And I think this is what he's going to do. Okay, he might do this now. Might. Don't be
bro,
surprised if he does this.
I'll be so happy if he does that. I'm telling you, because I can't.
I think he's going to do this.
If Isaac doesn't get a sniff, no, oh my god, we're going to have such a ball of a time, bro. What a ball of a time I'm going to have.
And the reason why he thinks I think he's gonna do this is because he thinks he has similar tendencies of controlling the ball really well, so he can play across the pitch. But for Isak, he would want him to make those runs in behind, which maybe Delit might not be good at reading. Maybe.
Thing is, we are familiar with Isaac's game. I feel like Ekitike is the wild card. That's why
Yeah.
if Ekitike doesn't start, no, I'll be like,
He
oh
scored
my
some
god,
bangers against you too, right?
he's helping us, bro. Who,
Isak
Isaac?
scored some bangers against
I mean,
you.
I
Yeah.
remember. Listen, bangers against us is not impressive based on the goalkeeper we've had. To be quite honest with you, but what we have done is we have faced Newcastle a lot, and we have made Eddie Howe cry from time to time, which is always fun.
Yeah.
So so we are a little more familiar with this game. I'm looking at it from a point of unfamiliarity. I feel like Ekitike, you got to get a couple of games against people to really know what the feel of the players, and I feel that is the wild card here.
And
I
I
don't
think
know.
I'll
At
tell you
least
one thing. I don't know. See, I don't know. You can be critical of this, but Delit and Shaw together can be a weak point for you. I don't know if you remember. Sunderland almost opened the scoring gates with Bertrand Traore. He was in these spaces in the last game against you. Missed the sitter. And it was Delit and Shaw at fault for that transition.
But he was
most people
offside.
blame but most people blame Dallo, which I find hilarious because I was like, bro, he's your wing back. Why is he even in the middle of the pitch in your penalty box? But people blame Dallo because, I mean, let's be honest, it's quite easy to do that. So it's like, I was like, okay, fine, it's Dallo's fault that he was in the middle of your penalty box with Bertrand. I was like, this is great. We have 3 centre backs, but it's Dallo's fault the open goal occurred. I'm like, this is great. Even when he's not on the right hand side and the cross is coming in, it's Dallo's fault, dude. It's brilliant.
But this is what it is, guys. I think this is my tactical understanding
I
of what
think
might
it's
happen. Yeah.
too big a game to be making a drastic change like this for Isak and Ekiteke starting together. I don't think he'll do that. He'll play
Hopefully
it
not.
safe for at least first 50, 60 minutes. If Wirtz is in the midfield, it slightly gives United an edge to at least settle into the game. But if Wirtz is from the left and then Gravenberch, McAllister and Soboslai are in the midfield, Liverpool will start the game probably more dominantly.
Yeah, bro.
It is
6
quite
months he's a Dutch Paul
revolutionary.
Yudi, bro, was the greatest mind revolutionary injuries prevent training manager called 6 months back by Liverpool fans. Yudi, bro, this revisionism is crazy on Game Week 7. Well, if you don't
Bro,
understand
but
sarcasm, my
Charles,
friend,
but
unfortunately, I
Charles
can't do anything about it.
also like,
Yeah.
I mean, he did lose 3 games in a row, dude, which is
Which is
mad
not.
considering his team.
But
Bro, our team, we finished 15th and we didn't
You
lose 3
need
games
to
in a row.
understand the dynamics of facing a Crystal Palace who've beaten City twice, Liverpool twice. I don't know what they did against you. Was it a draw or they won?
Oh, no, they beat us.
They
Was
beat you,
it a
right?
draw? Was it a draw?
See,
That's a
Palace,
good
beat
one.
Chelsea.
Palace and Brentford, they don't
So you
spare
can't,
us.
you
They
can't.
beat
I'm
us.
not having a meltdown because of losing 3
But
fixtures
bro,
in a row.
we still finished 15th. Now see, this is what I'm saying. Context is important. This squad is a 15th squad. Like when people say they beat us, I'm like, okay, cool, but they beat City. They beat City. Yeah, but what are we talking about us for? They beat City, dude.
That's the
Like,
thing, right?
okay.
So Liverpool, you need to understand the dynamics of going to Europe midweek and playing against
But
Galatasaray,
we
which are a
got
good
but
technical team, by the way.
no
Very
no no
good
no
team.
no no
Yeah.
no
I
no
think
no.
they,
I'm not having this, my friend.
why?
When we
Oh,
lost to
they are.
Galatasaray, no, everybody came out of the woodwork.
Yeah, you know
Dude.
why? Because they didn't have the same
Everybody.
squad. They didn't have the same squad that
Bro,
time.
their squad was better when we played
No, no,
them.
no. They had a Demba Ba, bro. They had a
Bro,
Demba Ba.
no, I'm talking about now, 2 years
When?
ago.
Who
Now,
was it?
2 years ago.
Wilfried
Galatasaray,
Zaha.
dude.
Wilfried Zaha.
No, they had this, yeah, that actor Koglu fellow, he bloody destroyed us and he
Wait, let
sent
me
us
pull it
back
out.
in.
I want to
Bro,
see what your
Shashi,
lineup
wasn't
was.
it Galatasaray we played in the Champions League? We played a Turkish team, yeah, I know for
We
sure.
lost.
It's not
Yeah, we
Besiktas.
lost.
We got that day we got
2023.
hammered, yeah. We were leading and we lost. We were leading and we lost, bro.
You
I wanted to cry.
played. Yeah, this is
We
not even
played.
half the team we played. You played
Bro,
Zaha, Tete, Torreira. No. Not buying this, bro. We had an Osimhen, bro, up front. Osimhen. Come on, let's not get ahead of
Osimhen's
ourselves.
gone from Italy to Turkey.
Yeah,
That's
he did.
backwards.
That's fine.
So I think,
Even
this side that Liverpool faced is stronger than the one we faced. I think so.
No, but
yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm trying to say
200%,
is,
200%.
no, but what I'm trying to say is, people said, "Oh, we should have walked through them." I'm like, bro, this is Galatasaray. What do you mean? This is not. We are not playing a Swedish team.
I think
Walk
we
through
did
them.
well to not get beat at Galatasaray. We drew 3-3
Oh,
and then we lost at Old Trafford because of a stupid red card.
stupid red card, bro. We were schooling them, in fact, before
Yes,
the red card.
absolutely.
Horrible
Yeah.
game, bro. And then forget that, Yudeep. This is my favorite one. Everyone was like, Bodo Glimt, Bodo Glimt, Bodo Glimt. I'm like, and Spurs went to Bodo Glimt. I'm like, hey, hello, buddy. It ain't easy, is it? Home and away at Bodo Glimt. It ain't easy. They were like, oh, these people don't play the Champions League. Look at them. How? Look at these teams are getting. And then they go to the Champions League. And then what happened? Then you hear nothing. Crickets, dude. Again. Crickets. I was like, this is brilliant. No, how it works like that is brilliant. You have 4 months after we beat them home and away. Wow. Look at it. It's a tough team to play with. I was like, this is great. Bodo Glimt's so tough, dude. 4 months later. Brilliant.
But I think we'll close the show out with predictions. I think we've done a little over 2 hours and I'm getting late for work. Long day ahead. Shashi Bhai,
1-1.
Anfield.
1-1.
By the way, let me just, before you take your predictions and shots, let me tell you, United have never won a single game at Anfield in the past 1 decade. Let me
Yeah.
just
It's cool.
It's
It's
okay.
cool. All right.
It won't have any impact on my prediction. I'll go with 1-1.
good.
No difference.
Sorry.
It's going to be. I'll also go 1-1. Actually, I was going to go 2-2, but I'm like, let's hope we don't get opened up that badly. I'll also go 1-1.
If we concede 2, we might concede 5. So let's keep it at 1-1.
Let's just
I
be
think this is
regular about it.
I think this is where the usual score lines are going to change because we are used to beating you like by quite a higher margin, like 3-0,
Like that.
4-0, 5-0, 7-0. But I think this time it's going to be slightly different. It's going to be like 3-2 to Liverpool. I think we're going to win this one. And we should, man. High time. We have to win it.
I'm going to tell you what I
Unfortunate
told
that United are gonna face
Ankit.
us. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what I told Ankit when we played them before in the season. I told them, if you don't beat us, you don't deserve to win the league. I'm going to tell you the same thing, honestly.
Fair,
And
that's a fair point. Yeah, I agree. But
bro,
this
if
is
you
United.
can't beat us
But
at
this
your
is-
home ground, then I mean, like, you might as well just
But
you
this
might
is-
as well start playing that Arteta song he plays in his in his training.
You know,
ground.
why do I
Just
not
play it.
write you off? Why do I not write you all off? Because of what happens in games like FA Cup, the semi-finale, right? Javier Elliott loses the ball and Amad Diallo out of nowhere, bang, goal, game over. We dominated, controlled the game, played well in the entirety of the full 90. And just because we conceded a stupendous goal out of nowhere. Games
No
like
goal
such,
was that.
right?
It was a
Games
nice
like such ruin your spirit, right? And United is one club which has been a hiccup for Liverpool always, right? So let's not ignore
There is
the
history
rivalry that
behind it. There is
we,
history
we
behind
played
it.
more than a derby, bro. Let's be honest about it. Like
Yeah.
it's more than a derby for us. Like, you don't give a
So
fuck
Alex,
about
it was
City.
the
You don't
bigger
give a
games with
flying
Man
fuck
City.
about the blue shade of Manchester. You don't.
Yeah, but when people tell, when we try to tell, like especially the older fans, I don't know when Shashi started watching. I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, you know when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer gave an interview saying, "I never played City when I was here much." People thought he was insulting Man City, and then you can obviously go back and just check the records yourself. Like that wasn't a joke. Like he was being serious because they were like in Division 3, and when they beat us, they were like, "Aha, look at this fool," and I'm like, no, he was actually telling you the truth. That wasn't a jab. He
Yeah.
actually didn't play Man City when he was in this. How is that insulting? That is a detriment to your club, not to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Like, and they were like, haha, look what Pep did to you. I'm like, yeah, but Pep did that to everybody. Dude. Like, that's not even an insult either. Like, this is your comeback. Look what he did after the interview. I was like, sure, cool. What else to say?
But this was quite an insightful, substantially a good podcast, I would say. I learned a lot about United, which I wanted to, because the problem is they have the games airing at the same time, bro. Like Sunderland United, and all games are being played together. That usually happens towards the end of the fixtures, right, Shashi?
Hmm.
So that's
Right.
that's annoying, because I like watching all games. I like keeping an eye on my rivals. That's one way of getting back at you. But 2-2 United draw with
So how is,
cliche.
but hold on a minute. But you said
Yeah.
you like watching your rivals. So how is Tranmere Rovers doing?
Oh my god. Let's not go
What?
there.
No, I'm being serious. Tranmere Rovers, dude. They're your rivals. What now? What we're going to pretend they aren't in Liverpool now? Don't be rude, dude. Don't be rude. They also
The
play in
only
Liverpool.
one thing
Don't be
that taught
rude.
me, okay, I'll shed some light on that too. The only one thing I learned from that game was Chiesa can be beaten 15 times in duels, is what I learned. He couldn't dribble past that fucking left back once. But that's just like something which United fans can relate to because of what happened with Grimsby Town. I think that was even more excruciating to watch than what we went through, to be honest. Even Plymouth, I think that was still.
The funny thing was that I think when we were playing Grimsby, half of our fan base kind of knew that we might lose.
Yeah.
At least
Nah, nah,
What?
Liverpool
nah, nah,
fans,
nah.
Liverpool
You
fans,
can't.
No,
Oh,
come on.
come on.
The run
Are
that
you
we
saying
were on, the run that we
that
were
is not
on,
the mentality of a big six club. Let's be
no,
honest about that.
but it's not
Let's be
about
honest about it.
mentality. No, it's about
it's
results.
about
We are
But
facts.
not
bro,
doing well, bro.
they
Like
don't play in
mental,
the championship. They don't play in Division 1. They play in
bro.
Division 2.
That wouldn't be the first team that has beaten a top six team in the FA
This
Cup
is
or
the thing,
Carabao Cup,
right?
though.
We're going
What?
back to the
Bro,
same.
this is
We are backtracking to the same narrative,
bro. The
safeguarding
narrative
yourselves.
we
Come on,
we came into the
underplaying
season
it.
fifth, but we
No,
came into
no,
the season 15th, bro. Like, where do you want us to
Rudy,
go?
it's
I
Where
would
not
do you
accept.
want us
underplaying,
to
it's
go?
I
facts.
would accept
Any
you guys
team
saying,
can
okay,
beat
we played a
us.
Southampton, and we were bad. I would agree with that, but not a fucking Tranmere Rovers or a Grimsby Town. Like, not buying
Bro,
that, bro.
we are
Come on.
actually playing bad against everybody. That's this we are playing bad against everyone. When we win, we are playing bad. Forget when we lose. When we
Rudy,
win, also we are playing badly.
this
With that
has been
narrative, you
the
should be
case.
relegated. Do you
This
think
has
you
been the
deserve
case.
Bro,
relegation?
if they weren't promoted teams, we would have been relegated.
Come on, bro.
Now that's
You
bro.
gotta agree with me here.
But
You gotta agree
Charles,
with me.
why? So you're trying to tell me that Arsenal has not been knocked out under Arsene Wenger by League One and League Two sides over the years? He notoriously never ever played a starting 11. But it's happened. Like, what do you? So that means Arsene Wenger didn't have a winning mentality, bro. It's the way of the game. What can I tell you? What the team? Tottenham
United
played
fans are
a
not gonna get it. It's fine.
When
bro.
Hal
Let's
got
just
when Hal got
take
Tottenham
it on the
outdone by
Tottenham
chin and
MK
played
move on.
a
Dons. When Hal got outdone by
Tottenham.
MK Dons.
Bro, wait, the Tottenham played that team that went right into extra time. No, that non-league team last season in the quarterfinals. You remember they played? You know they had like they showed the video of them entering, and the fans were right next to them because there is no
Exactly.
entrance.
This is the
Hmm.
problem I have with you all. You don't
What
go into
the
games
truth?
like that as fans, yeah. You don't. This is the same. This is not the same
But
mindset you keep when you're
so
like
you want us
on a
to
winning run.
pretend we
Nah,
are
come on.
better? So you want us to pretend
Of
we are
course,
better,
better than
even though
Grimsby
there is
Town.
no,
You can't deny that. You had
but there is
Eden
no.
Heaven, who you
You know,
rate, Eden Heaven, and Lenny Euro
Rudy,
playing in
it's
that
not
back line.
about the mindset. It's about
Why did
accepting
we
that
had that last
any
season? Why did we finish 15th? No,
UD
I'm
again.
answering your question. We had them last season. Why did we finish 15?
Tottenham finished a spot below you, I think, and they won the
Yeah.
Europa League, bro. Come on.
That we
That's,
could have
that's
done
my
that as well.
rebuttal. That's my rebuttal.
No, UD,
It was
it's not about mindset. It's about acceptance. Any team can play better than United, and any team can beat us. It won't come as a surprise.
Not Shashi bhai, not
Come
Grimsby
on.
down. Not
No,
Grimsby, bro. I'm not
Oh,
buying
UD,
nothing below championship.
Grimsby Town still in the
You bring
competition.
me, you tell me the director, you tell me Deadpool's fucking football club, Ryan Reynolds running that club, Wrexham.
Wrexham.
They
Yeah.
beat you, I would buy that. I would buy that. But not
Why?
Grimsby down, man. No,
Why?
not
Why
a
would you
chance.
buy
Not
them and
a
not?
chance. Because
Come on, man.
come on, you bring more
This has
panelists, they're
been
gonna
a
define it for
theme.
you.
This has been a theme at
This
United.
is
Under every manager, we somehow managed to make the opponent look better.
and we
The
couldn't
teams
buy
who
that.
the teams which got relegated last season, they ended up having the games of their lives, games of the season against us. Because we're quite open and we
That is
allow
true,
teams to
actually.
get better.
About that. The teams that got
Let's
relegated,
just
I think one of them beat us, didn't they? Didn't Ipswich beat
Yeah.
us?
They did. They did.
Luton Town was one team that were a pain in the ass for every fan out there. They ended up being relegated. Now they're, I think, even relegated from the championship. Right.
The back-to-back
But,
relegation.
but having said that, I think it was a brilliant show, man. Of course, we're not going to agree upon everything. Plymouth was again, I couldn't fathom it. I couldn't take it. So that is for sure. Like I wouldn't accept it. Right. That's how it
But
was.
bro, whether
Yeah.
you accept it or not, we still lost. No, that's the thing. No one is saying we are enjoying the fact we lost to Grimsby Town. At the end of the day, if you're that bad, you lose to Grimsby Town. What can you say? You ended up losing, so you can't even do anything
Sesko
about
played
it.
that game, by the way, right? Sesko
No,
was there.
Sesko didn't play that game. Hoyland was sitting on the
Hoyland.
bench.
Okay.
Wonderful, by the way. He was sitting on the bench.
And did not
In
come
a
on.
game, we went to penalties. And this is what I'm saying. No, there is no accountability because he's new. He's literally sitting on the bench while we're trailing to a League 4 side, fourth division side. Sorry, but no one will say anything about
Hoyland
that.
was not playing, I think, Nathan. He was
He
in
was
the
on the
stands.
bench. He
No,
was
no,
on,
he was in the stands. He was watching
Why
the
will
game.
you take him to Grimsby Town?
He came on his own. He did not take him. He was in the stands, not on the bench.
That's what I'm trying to say, na. Like, why wouldn't you not just take him and play him? What's the sense?
Sesko played.
That was a message to the
saw
board
the
that I
game.
don't
Sesko-
want that
Played.
player. That was a message to the
Sesko
board. I
didn't
don't want this
play
player.
Grimsby Town.
Yeah, he played. He started it.
I don't even remember, dude. Honestly,
Anyhow,
it's been nightmare.
guys, before we head out, please, there are 10, 12 people in the house now. So please like, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Sports Not Nathan, Shashi Bhai, Mid-Wicket Manager. Brilliant stream, rival stream, and we shall see you on Saturday. Sunday, I think Sunday, yeah. 8:30.
Sunday.
9 p.m. Indian time, 8:30 a.m. my time. It's gonna be a meltdown for one of the fan bases. So let's see. Holding a review show right after. I'm gonna invite more United fans, including the likes of these two if they're free. And Liverpool fans, of course, Indigop, Nidhi are gonna be in the house too. So looking forward to meeting you all. And ciao.
Sure.